Right, hello everybody. Just let me rearrange things so I can get myself back and sorted again. Hello, I'm trying a different camera angle again. So this is me now. Obviously, going to be working on him here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So I've got the microphone, I think where I had it before, but the camera is definitely in a different place to where it was before. So we'll see if and how that works. I've got to remember that this is as close as I can get. I'll probably try and work a little bit further to the left than normal. There we go. That should be better for you, maybe. I've got the chat open over the side here, so hopefully, again, I'll be able to keep track of that somewhat. We've got Dad Mike Mountain in modding for me. Thank you. Not that I expect you lot to get rowdy and need kicking out, but you know, it's always nice to have people around. So we've got Sprue Glue Addict was the first in, as he said first. Apart from yesterday when, yeah, we won't talk about that YouTube sort of got confused, and when I said let's start tomorrow at 7, and it said okay, and I clicked okay, and apparently it changed it to today at 7 yesterday. So some of you were waiting for me yesterday and I wasn't here. Sorry about that, but I'm here today. Where are you now? I hope you've been waiting patiently for the last 24 hours, just waiting for me to get back. All right, if none of you have seen previous parts of this before, this is, I've got the packet here somewhere, there we go, the Iron Man Metal Earth kit, which is for people that make model kits, basically photo etch, which comes on little boards like this, and you basically cut them out or snap them out and bend them and shape them and make them into something like that. This is the third episode of this that I've done. First one, we got some legs done. The second one, we got the body and an arm. So we've basically got an arm, the head, and the rest of the sort of chest area to do. Chesticles. Not sure how much I'm going to get through tonight. Hopefully we're going to have a couple of people come and join in actually in the video tonight, if they, you know, get home and get sorted and can be bothered. So it might not be just me. So we'll see how long this goes on for and see how much I get done, basically. As ever with these, you've got no numbers on the, well, I call them sprues, they sort of are. But you do get a sheet which gives you, move him out of the way, basically the numbers on the bit. So you find the bit, it says gold, because that's the gold one. If you get it round the right way round, then it matches all of the parts that are on there. So I've still got, say, 78, 45, I've done 25, pulled that off there. What they do with these is colour parts that you have multiple parts of. So 25 is actually the one in the middle, 26 is the one on the right, and the one on the left there. So some of them have got 2. Occasionally you get more than that. Probably on this build, there's probably only going to be 2s of each, because different for left and right. So without any further ado, I shall continue from where I have been. Let's just have a quick look before I get my head down into this. Let's say we've got Lynn's watching me on the big telly, so I must be massive. I won't get my head in camera because, you know, that'd scare everybody. And Shane Young's just popped in. Evening, Chris and all. Evening, Shane. That's it. Mike tells Sprue that he won't win anything here except maybe a sticker. Maybe. I've got the stickers. Sticker here. Possibly even a Team Inept sticker. Still got some of them. Remind me later if you want a sticker or want to win a sticker, give me a shout in chat and we'll sort something out, I'm sure. So I'm going to get that out the way, probably out of shot. I can't see the camera at the moment. I can't see the feed without turning around. So no, that's in shot, but there you go. You can see it. It's always nice. Ignore the clutter in the background. Won't worry about things like that. So we've got actually the gold half sprue, half a red sprue, and 2 more red ones, and the teeny tiny silver one, which has got 3 bits left. I've used one for the whatever they call it, the repulsor thing in his hand, in his palm. So there's another one for the other hand and a spare one by the looks of it, and the big one for the chest, I think. So that's still in the bag, out the way even. We'll use that momentarily. So I'm going to start. This is the boring bit. Looking for parts 40 and 57 because they can't count. So what we do, basically look for that. It colours it purple, so we know it's going to be the purple part. So that makes it easier to find. I can see one there and one there, which is not that sprue. Put that over there, so that's next to that one. That might work. That's a new plan. I haven't thought of that one before. Leaving the bits in the right place. Now I've got a little bit more room to work with. I've got to remember to go left a bit though. Right. I've moved Iron Man out the way because I don't need him at the moment. We're starting the arm and then we attach it. So trying to attach it while you're still building. So part 40. Most of these are attached by 2 bits. So it's quite easy just to start them bending and basically go backwards and forwards until it snaps off. So that's that. Let's get 57 off while I'm at it. That's a green one. So I've used that one from over this side. There's another one just there, which is exactly the same, also on 2 little points. Oh, there you go. So they just go together. Now the way these go together is quite cool. They've got little tabs that stick out that go through the little holes. But obviously you need to shape it a bit first. Now I've got a few tools ready. I've got a couple of different pairs of tweezers. Some flat bladed tweezers, which are very good for curving. And I've also got I don't know where I got it from, tool that's basically just an edge, which is again very useful for holding and bending. So I'm going to start off with these, and I know this bit's got to be curved all the way around. So we'll curve these around. The other thing with these, one side of them has engraving on it and one side doesn't. Obviously, pretty much generally, the engraved side is the one that you want to be seeing on the outside, because that's the way it works. Some of the engraving is just to help with the bending, but some of it is non-functional, decorative. That was the word I was looking for. So that's that curved round, made into a little dome. And we've got the tops of those sitting there. So then the important bit is getting it the right way round. So you pay attention to the picture and get it the right way round and get that snapped over the top. Let's see, message here. Right, we've got Speedy Q8 is saying he should be around later, shortly. He's got a dash out, late finishing. But yeah, and for some reason the link that I sent out came up in Spanish. He says to log in Spanish. I think it's Spanish. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. I didn't do it deliberately. So log in and speak whichever language gives you the greatest pleasure. The other thing that I might well be doing at some point soon is putting my visor on, because some of this is quite small. And small things might be my stock in trade for doing these models most of the time. But little secret, quite often I do them with the visor on as well when I'm building the 144 stuff. Never be ashamed to magnify something if you need to. So that's gone together like that. Quite cool. And then we've basically got to do the same thing again and put part number 42 in the middle. So let's see if we can find any more of those bits. There's one. That's the other bit for the other side when I get there. Right, while I'm doing that, let's catch up on chat. Dave said hello, apparently. Spruger Addict asked how Robbie Downey Jr. gets inside it. That's a separate kit. You have to buy a tiny Robert Downey Jr. to get inside there. Sergeant Bones is in with a little smiley face and a wave. I don't think he's using words tonight, which is fair enough. We can try talking throughout using emojis. I won't use any on camera because it's difficult to say them. I'll use real words. possibly some mime. This is the 42 bit. Get that snapped off there. Backwards and forwards. Eventually something's going to give. Normally it's the right bit. These little bits, you can never be too sure though. And then we still need the other sort of purple bit. So I've used the tool for that. There's one on that single bit. There he is. Up there. So this basically has to go the other side of the first one that I've done. So it's exactly the same again. Curving and bending this round. Anyway, Dad, you said you might come in and do your yellow submarine. So don't feel that you have to sit in chat. You're welcome to grab your camera out and join in person. Or not. There's no pressure, no bother. If you don't, fair enough. If you do, feel free. Get bored listening to me. Come and listen to yourself. There we go, that's that one. Get these little bits curved around just a little bit. And then getting that onto this one the other way round. The opposite way. How is the camera angle for you people anyway? Is it working this way? I know you're off to the side. I think last time you were looking down, which I didn't think was probably as useful because I'm looking at it from the side. So why don't you look at it from the side as well? Obviously I don't know how it looks from moment to moment, if you can even see the tiny things, or if you're not here to watch, or if you're just here to listen or abuse me in chat, then feel free to do that. It's not a problem. You may have noticed I finally got around to doing the Jakku diorama, which went up this morning, so that's available for your viewing pleasure, or just for viewing. And next I shall be starting the camera's actually on the box, the MS-06F Jakku 2 Principality of Xeon mass productive mobile suit. Apparently I know nothing about it. I'm going to be learning about it as I build it, as long as all the instructions aren't purely in Japanese, and then I won't be learning anything about it at all. Spruger Addict's wondering if Lynn's watching in 3D. I'm not actually broadcasting in 3D, but you could take it up, I suppose. I've only got the one camera, so 3D makes it somewhat more difficult to watch in. Right, this is the same either way. Something just beeped at me. Oh, someone's on camera. It's Dave from Butcher That Model. Hello, Dave.
All right, you all right?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Enjoying my week's holiday.
Another holiday? You just had one of them, didn't you?
Oh, it's 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks off, mate. It's my last week.
Oh, that's all right. That's cool.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I was going to do something. I can't remember what I was going to do now.
I don't know. I was just going to ask you what you're doing, but I won't. If it's an embarrassing question, I won't ask.
Well, I was doing my own YouTube channel build, but
I saw that come up, part 2 of the thingy.
yeah, blooming my belt. Yeah, it's not been moulded properly. There's half the plastic's missing off one of the bottom bit. Big holes in it. So,
what a shock! Who'd have guessed?
Exactly. We're not checking the blooming thing before I started to build it and paint it. And lesson learned.
Well, as long as you did learn, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
You'll do it again, though, won't you?
Oh, God, yeah, of course I do. Always do. Done me trees.
Trees.
Yeah, trees. Yeah. Just waiting for that lot to dry so I can paint it tomorrow.
Cool.
Very coconutty.
Coconut. Sorry, I was looking the wrong way. I didn't see you. Oh yeah, very very coconutty. Have you got coconuts as well?
No, I always walk like that.
Is it meant to be bent over like that, or is that falling over because it's not set properly?
Not set properly, it's falling. Hang on. We'll put something behind it.
I'd pass you something, but I haven't got anything at hand, so.
I use some pitch paint. Look. That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Just don't move it for another 10 hours or something.
Yeah, Sleep. Right.
All right, I've got that bit together. So now we work on the. Oh, there's another bit to go on there. 58.
Oh, I've got to do. I've got to get onto it.
58. There we go. One of them bits.
Oh, I'll pay a Velociraptor.
Oh, nice. Not just one of them though. You've got to do at least 3, haven't you?
No, I've done 3 already.
Ah, okay, cool.
I've done 3. It's the 4th one. Dinosaur.
If Jurassic Park taught us anything, it's taught us that they always come in 3s.
Yeah. A bit like buses.
Yeah, but slightly more angry.
I don't know. You haven't seen a bus driver in Portsmouth, mate.
This is true. Right, trying to figure out which way around that goes on there. That goes that way round, I think.
What have you been doing today? You've been at work, haven't you?
I've been at work today, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, work today, work tomorrow. Off Friday, though.
That must be, actually, thinking about it, that must be a horrible job to do in the respect that you're constantly clock watching.
Yep, all the time. But it's not so bad.
You know what time it is? You know what time it is?
You can always change it and set it to the time you prefer.
Yeah, true.
Right, 59. Where's 59? Who's in the chat? We've got... Oh, Paul's in Team Inept. He says, dinosaurs.
Oh, hello, Paul.
Paul's not been very well. So everyone say,
What's the matter?
I'll let him explain to himself because I don't want to use long words like that.
What do I got the chat up? Hang on. Let's get the chat up.
59 is on the little red one. Here we go.
Oh, no, because I can't. No. What an idiot. Can't get the chat up on the Hangout because I'm not on Google. On YouTube, I'm on the Hangout, aren't I? What a plonker. Not look for a chat button that isn't there.
It's not directly there, no. You have to find it through the other things.
Oh, no, that's messing up with computers and technology.
But it's nice that you can join the Hangouts now without having to get individual personalised links.
Yeah, I don't know why my phone. Pain in the rear end that was. Yeah, I put it right.
Right, let's figure out. So I've got to curve this bit, bottom bit, but not the top bits, I think.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. I've tried them. I got Fest last year. We got in the goodie bag. We got a Metal Earth Tiger.
All right, yeah.
And I ended up building 3 of them. There's mine, my son's, and my son-in-law's. It drove me up the wall in the end. They're nice. They're very fiddly. When you're doing wheels are fiddly.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the Batmobile. That had lots of wheels.
Yeah, it's getting the curve right, isn't it? It drives you up the wall, doesn't it?
Yeah, you keep going back and tweaking it, and oh no, it's not quite right. Let's tweak it a bit the other way. And
yeah.
Curves aren't so bad. It's when you get the folds wrong that when you have to correct them, and it's like, oh no, if I open that one more time, it's just going to snap.
Yeah. Good fun. It's all good fun.
It's all good fun until it snaps.
Somebody loses an eyeball.
Yeah, that means you're definitely doing it wrong. Come on, get in there. That's it. That's your one. That's it.
That was a click.
That was a click, wasn't it? I heard that. There we go. That's a something. Bicep, maybe. Got no idea. It's part 59 though. Oh, that goes on to there. Right, which one? Oh, see, this is the one where I should have been paying attention because you've got to put that round the outside of that. So I've got to open it again while it's going around that one.
Oh. That was really distracting me.
As you were. Yeah, all Dave's fault.
How do, chaps?
Hello, Dad.
How do? Hello, Mike.
All right, mate.
So
Dave, Sprue Glove Addict said your tree's gone through again, mate.
Oh, hasn't it? Do it again. Tommy, just stand there for the next 6 or 7 hours and I'll be trees, all right?
You sure it's his tree that's gone droopy? Oh, Mickle Pickle's in. Hey, everybody, just going to pop in and say, hey, got to run and get my daughter from school. It's 7:30 at night. Should you not going to get her like 4 hours ago, I think?
No, it's character building. Even standing in this playground for 4 or 5 hours. It starts to get really dark, then you go and get them.
Yeah. Right, let's see. How's this? That way up. So that bit's got to go in there, and that bit's got to go in there, and then that bit has got to go in there. It all makes perfect sense to you on camera there, doesn't it? So we've got that flat bit, that's got to be that shape, but you can't put it that shape first because you've got to get these tabs into it. So I'll get the bottom one in there, and then hopefully everything just falls into place. Well, 2 of them have. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as they said.
2 out of 3 meatloaf, that wasn't it?
Malt loaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the old extra thin on the job.
Now, before I can get that on there, I've got to make sure these bits are folded well out of the way, because otherwise it won't go. Don't think I folded them down enough. You know what? It's magnification time.
I'm watching a brain surgeon, Dad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the feely bits.
Right, now I can see. Yeah, that bit's not in that. That was right, not in the way. This is where I stab myself with my tweezers as well. So,
doing a fox, you're allowed to do that. It's live.
is it copyright?
No.
All right, Reese said he might be watching later, so he can come and help.
Yeah.
If there's blood.
Always handy to a paramedic type person about, isn't it?
Yeah. Even if he is, several miles away.
That's only on the M25. We'll soon get here.
Yeah, it'll get me eventually. It's fine.
The light's on, it'll be all right.
There we go. That's them 2 in, and that's the 3rd one in. Oh, it's like it's working.
Oh, working.
Don't jinx yourself already.
Only one more little tab to get in there. One more.
That was a team inept saying that was.
What was that?
Look, it's working. Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's not yet. You never tell me something's working, because that's the time when it stops working.
Yeah. That was done in true team inept style, that was. Well done, mate. Paul will be proud of you.
He will. He might have passed out from the pain, so he's not been responding very much, has he?
What's he done?
He's been having digestion issues, shall we say?
Needs a good poo.
No, I don't think that's the problem.
All right. Okay.
He did say something about spaghetti coming out of his nose.
Oh, that's nice. Different.
And he said something about losing 4 pounds yesterday as well.
Well, stay out of lad books then, shouldn't he?
I told him to look down the back of the sofa.
I've only been hanging around lad books again.
He's still betting on the World Cup. That's why I love it.
Right, there we go. That's that done. Yay! Now I need a purple 45.
It's nearly all purple.
It's nearly all purple indeed. That's one of them bits. Look like that.
Ooh.
No, it doesn't look like that. It's the other way up to that.
I've got a metal art kit up there. It's the space shuttle, and I'm frightened to
old one. Space shuttle, that'd be a good one. I haven't done that one.
Oh, I'm cheeky sod apparently, according to Paul.
Oh yeah. What did you do? All right, yeah. Paul says, "Oh my God, I've never seen someone be sick that much." Summed up his Monday evening.
Oh, cool.
Mickle Pickle is about 6 hours behind us. It's 1 p.m. there. So he's actually, getting your kid from school too early.
Yeah. I still say leaving it till about 6 o'clock at night when it starts to get dark. It's character building.
Yep. Oh, Shane says it's really great to see Mike and Dave live again. Oh,
Thanks, Shane. Cheers, mate. Good to be here. Thanks to Chris for the invite.
Paul says, don't make him laugh too much or he'll probably soil himself. Because I'd still like to have this monetized, so I'm not going to swear.
Soil being the appropriate word, yeah.
Right, there's a little gold bit. And now I've got to figure out where it goes. It goes onto the top of this bit that I've done. Somewhere. I don't know where it goes. That's a different shape to the one on the picture. I think I've done this bit wrong.
Eh?
I haven't folded it enough in one way and bent another bit the other way too much or something.
All right.
Yeah, just bend that out a little bit more and then bend that up a little bit more and then that one sideways a little bit more. And we're sorted. See? There you go. And these tags in a little bit. In a little bit. Look, if you've got a metal earth thing sitting on the shelf there, you've got to go and get it, Mike. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
At least have a look at it.
I can't see it. It is there, but I can't see
It is there, I just can't see it. You've deliberately hidden it.
You've done your glasses on top of your head again.
It's definitely there. Somewhere.
How can you not see it? You've got your glasses on.
Dude.
You still got that, do you? Yeah.
Start me dampler.
Haven't you started yet?
Nah, I haven't started that yet.
Oh, you have to start that next week when I'm starting mine.
I've still got to do mine. I've only got.
We can be all confused about it together.
Yeah. No doubt there. It must be under the pile of the stash.
Well, it's only a thin little packet, isn't it? It's not exactly.
Got it.
Paul says on the upside, at least he's out of bed, and on the downside, he's watching me on the internet. Thanks, Paul. Love you too.
Oh, it's got a moon buggy and lunar lander with it as well. Well, that should be fun, shouldn't it?
Oh, it's a big box. I've never had one in a box before.
Yeah.
I want to hear about it.
Yeah. Oh, let me lock on you. I'll turn around and do that. 3D laser cut model, the space collection. Oh, right, so it's three different things. You can do one.
Three models, yeah. You
can knock one of them out tonight. So sorted.
No, I'm on with the yellow submarine. No.
So I'm not going to finish this tonight. So next time.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got to find part 60. It's on here somewhere. Not neither of them. There it is. In the bottom of that one.
Oh, I like that pose. That's quite nice, that.
I'm going to do 47 and 61 as well. 47 is up on there. There it is.
Right, where did you hide my blue tack?
To the left of it, behind the other bottle. Where's part 47? Oh, that was 47. 61.
Oh, the other one, on that other spoke.
No, it's on this one.
Sure?
Yeah, because it's got a little number that says 61 on it.
Ah.
That's what gives it away. There we go. Right, so I've got 3 bits off, ready to go. So you've got to fold that there, put that on there, and then that goes on the other side of it. So getting this folded to the right shape is the trick. And then getting it on the right bit. So this is going to be the little bit. Okay.
Oh, it's intelligent.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Sorted. Ah, so that's got to go through there first. That does actually fold up onto itself. There we go. Yeah, sorted. Right, now I don't know which side's which. It's got little curvy lines on that bit, so it's not the bit with the curvy lines on it. The non-curvy bit goes on that side.
Take it you've got your optimizer on.
I've got it on, but I've not got it over my eyes. Does that make a difference?
It may help. Just a little bit.
No, this is a big bit. You don't need eyes for this. This is all right. That's that bit. And then I can't pick it up. See, that's the trouble. That bit. You can tell these are steel because my tweezers are magnetised and they sort of stick to it.
Well, that's cool.
It's not that cool when you want to let go of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right. So now we got that way round. Now we got that to go onto it. That way round. Don't work. It's broken. Someone broke it.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not really broken. It's just not lining up right. I think I might have to bend that in.
Technical issues.
But it's on the wonk. It's not straight. See, it's got a different wonk to it.
Ah, I'm with you now. Yeah, you got to get your wonk right.
Yeah, I wasn't aware it was wonked. It's probably because I didn't have my visor on.
I see.
Oh, now I bent that out too far. I'm going to put my visor down and have a look. Ah, there you go. It goes in like that. Sorted. That's that bit. This is a lot bendier than the other arm, but I think his arm's in a different pose, so it would sort of have to be. So that goes onto the bottom here. And I've got to get it the right way around, or it's going to look like he's got his arm dislocated.
Paul's going to have a go at some chicken nuggets.
Is he?
Have a go at.
Oh,
As in he's crossed with them or something, or
he's hoping they stay in.
apparently he had half a quarter pounder earlier.
Oh, he had an eighth of a pounder, did he?
Apparently, but then he said he had 3/4 of a quarter pounder. My maths started to go all over the place. I wasn't sure exactly how much he'd been eating.
Yeah. You have 3/4 of an eighth of a pounder.
Right. Screwdriver Addict says he's just thinking about poor Lynn. She's watching me on a big screen.
Oh yeah, hello Lynn.
That mean I'm bigger than life size. And Spruger says, "Stop it! I don't want nightmares." Right, no sticker for you. You're not going to win today.
He wins everything. Yeah, he wins everything. That's Spruger, I think.
He does, yeah. Right. I'm pretty sure that's the right way around because that. I don't know. That's that. Oh, that's going to be going that way. Is it?
I don't know. I can't see from this angle. Your fingers are in the way.
Let's go that. But yeah. It's that. It goes on like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere. That way around? Or that way around? But then it's sort of going out. I thought it should be coming in.
It should be coming in. I thought you were going to do it as a campfire man with his hand on his hip.
No, I'm going to do exactly what it says on the manual.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely got it going out in the picture. Look, because it's got that's the bit that goes into the shoulder, and then it goes on, and that's definitely wider than that bit at the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's definitely going out, and then it must come back in again or something. I don't know. It's the instructions that are wrong, not me.
Yeah. They're well instructions, are they?
Well, they're just pictures.
Yeah, they're well instructions.
Not that bad.
Sorry, I'm on a well-hate trip at the moment.
A reason not to. Right, let's see. That's that. So now we've got 62, which is the bottom half of his arm. I always forget what this is, the bicep and the tricep, isn't it? But you've got the other bit down here that's other things.
The limp wrist bit.
The limp wrist bit, yeah, that's the one. That's what they call it. Technical term. Right. That's got to be curvy as well, you see. There's lots of shapes to that, but it's got to be curvy, I think. So you've been doing submarine, are you, Mike?
Yeah, I've just put a bit of pin wash on it and wait for that to dry a bit.
And Dave's doing dinosaurs.
But I'm still also on with the shuttle from space.
That's the big one, isn't it?
Yeah, the big one.
How's that coming along?
It's all right. Yeah, I sprayed it. Oh, Colin mentioned it ages ago about doing spray and gloss white, the appliance. White,
oh, right, yeah.
Rattle can.
Proper white goods white.
Yeah, got to say it is brilliant. It's
Yeah.
a superb finish, yeah. And I've done the engines. Got the engines and I'm lighting them up again.
Nice.
We're going to try and do some exhaust staining on it. So, but yeah, that's moving on.
There we go. That's coming round, shaping around there, and then that bit's got to go in there. That's got to be at an angle as well. So. That's all right, I like that. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Happy with that. And then that end goes on there. Which way around? That way, that. So that way is that. So it goes on there that way around. And that's bigger, see, it doesn't fit. Stupid thing. Now, since I've been doing these back again and more seriously building these rather than just doing them, you know, as and when I pick them up, I've been looking at... that doesn't fit. That must be the other end. Stupid thing. I've been looking at a couple of Facebook posts and Reddit posts about them. Some of the kits they do now are massive. They do a huge, like a castle and stuff like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, some of them are huge. I thought this one was quite big because it's like most of these kits come with like 1, 2 of these sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one that Dad's got must be, say, probably 5 or 6 sheets, but it's 3 different kits in it. Some of these are like single kits that are massive. They do a Optimus Prime one, Transformer, Fox are like that.
Yeah.
And it's all coloured, and I mean, this is the first coloured one that I've done. All the others have just been steel.
Yeah, I've never seen. That's the first one I've seen that's coloured.
But some of them are coloured, like multiple colours on one sprue. So you get bits that are sort of shaded from, you know, silvers and blues and everything else. They look really good. I've not seen them in any shops here, so maybe they might be American-only things or imported from wherever.
And there's just 3 kits with 5 sprues.
5 sprues, yeah. So you've probably got one's 1 and 2's 2.
And 3's 2. 4's 5. That's right.
Okay, yeah. So that I'm starting to come back round now from that bit.
Are you with it now?
So yeah, it's a shape bit that then lets it curve around. So yeah, sorted.
Well, like an elbow.
Yeah, sort of an elbow, but then a bit of the arm onwards from the elbow. Right, where we got next bit? A hand. That's handy. Hold up my paper so it's not all over the place. And then we shall find his right hand, which is in 2 bits, 63. Oh, 3 bits, 63, 64, and 65. Basically all the bits that look like a hand. And then I get to put the silvery bit on as well. So this is 65. So I'll put that to side. I need 64. 63 is the other bit that looks like a hand. That's that one. Then there's the other bit that doesn't look like a hand that goes over the top. Which is that bit, 64. Right in the corner there. Right, let's have a look at chat. Paul's still attempting to eat chicken, and we haven't heard from him since.
Yeah. Shouting for Huey down the big white telephone again then.
Sprue says at this rate, Iron Man's going to be doing the okie dokie. Okie dokie. Goddamn predictive text. Productive. Predictive. Productive. And we've got someone whose name I can't say, Murat or Gazadan. I think they probably just, I don't know, just got lots of thumbs up. So, right, let's get these hands together. 63. At that bit, can't remember now. One with 2 slots, and that's that one. Get up now with my special magnetic tweezers. Right, so we've got to fold in the edges of the hand. And then we've got to bend the fingers into the right shape to match the rest of the curve of the hand.
What, it's got individual phalanges, are they?
Individual phalanges all over the place.
Hey.
That'll be fiddly.
There it goes, sorted. So that's that. Then you've got to put the back bit on the back. That's got to be folded in and down and around. And thrown on the floor. No, didn't make the floor, just the table.
Right. Ah, there they are.
Are your trees stuck yet, Dave?
Nah, they'll be there all night, mate. They haven't fallen over yet.
That's all right then. Right, Paul says he's eaten a couple of nuggets. Progress.
Oh, wow.
And Spruglo says, does progress mean they're going to show themselves sooner rather than later?
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't join the live stream.
Yeah. I won't tell him what I had for dinner. It's a beautiful doner kebab with chili sauce on it. Heaven it was. He'd have loved it if he was feeling better.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be loving it so much at the moment. Now we got one of these tiny little teeny tiny silver bits.
Oh, tiny, tiny.
They're that tiny, they give you a spare one.
Oh, God.
That tells you how tiny they are, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There it is. I've got to get rid of the edge bits.
Well, that's going. Let's start making some more leaves.
No, I didn't drop it far. It's all right. Don't panic.
Well,
Panic a little bit because I dropped it again.
Oh,
it's tiny.
I'm going to use my magnetic tweezers for this because then if it flies, it won't go very far.
Okay.
Cunning plan. And that goes into the palm of the other hand.
That's just one finger. Oh, it's a back.
No, this is an entire hand.
Oh, it's a different colour piece of arm on the back of it.
Different. This is the the bit that shoots out the laser beams or whatever from his palm.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Definitely advise the time for that. So how's everybody in chat today been? Not Paul. I don't want to know about Paul's. I know how Paul's day's been. Don't need reports on that again.
That's his cotton socks.
He'd had bolognese for lunch, came back up tasting like it had been seasoned with parmesan.
Lovely. You know the secret, Paul, don't you? What we used to do when we used to go fishing on the boats. You'd eat jam sandwiches. Because they taste nearly as good on the way back up as they did on the way down.
Mm.
Trouble is, I think when he was eating, he didn't know it was going to be coming back up.
Ah.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and other.
Hello.
Hey, Spade, you all right?
Hello.
Hello.
We have another visitor.
Hello, hello.
We do indeed have Mr. Spid himself.
I have finally been able to join with my shonky Chinese knockoff Metal Earth Millennium Falcon.
Oh, was it a knockoff one? Oh, he didn't tell me it was a knockoff one.
Oh, sorry, is that not allowed? Have I got to leave now?
Let's have a
Well,
look.
no, I mean, it might be a genuine Metal Earth, but it depends whether any of you can read Chinese. That could say 3D Metal Earth in
It
China.
could be. It might not. It's a black and white packet. That's never a good sign.
But it looks kind of cool.
How many bits of metal have you got?
2 sheets.
2 sheets. Okay, that's pretty normal, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And some quite nice looking instructions, I've got to say.
They're probably the best bit. We shall watch with interest and see how much of that you get done.
We will see. We will see. It's the first time I've done one of these, so it's going to be interesting.
Have you done any photo etch on normal models before?
Only a couple of very tiny bits.
I think they're
Not
all
much.
tiny bits.
Very, very tiny.
So you're not completely in the deep end.
Well, that's debatable yet. Well, the first bit's one of the big circles, and it just means bending it into a cone. I remember doing that with card at school, making hats and things. So that can't be too tricky, he says confidently.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Apparently, Paul's got some Henderson's relish in,
Oh, good man.
but he's not well, so he shouldn't be eating it.
Oh no, don't waste it. Wait until you're well.
If you want me to look after it for you, Paul, until you're better.
I assume you just use your knife to nip these off the little pegs.
I generally just bend them backwards and forwards.
All right, okay. I'll have a bash at that.
If you're careful. If it's got 3 things holding it down, you obviously can't really do that. But if it's only 2, which most of them are, you can just bend them backwards and forwards, and it snaps off.
Right, well, I've got one snap off quite nicely. And it's got sort of sticky backing paper both sides, so I'm keeping the stuff on the back.
Eh?
And so the real ones don't have sticky backing paper.
Yeah.
No.
This sounds like we've got the knockoff bits.
Oh, there you go, because this is quality knockoff Chinese stuff. Yeah, look, I've just peeled one side off, but you see you've got like sticky sheet on both sides.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
So
We don't get any of that. We just get metal that bends
one
eventually.
side off and I'm leaving the back on. The logic being, as I snap the bits off, they're not going to ping across the room to be lost forever.
I like the theory. We shall see how it works out.
Indeed.
On that instruction sheet, Spiddy, you can tell if it's a proper Japanese one because it'll have some sort of bizarre, weird cat that's got nothing to do with the kit, but it faces. Very often on the paper.
It's. Do you know? I'm looking at that, and I honestly don't know if that's Japanese or Chinese.
Or Korean.
It could be either. The only thing I can make out on that is 3D.
Unless you get a translator on your phone and then just scan it.
That's not a bad idea. Oh no, there's another bit I can read. Ages 14 plus, so I think I'm okay with that one.
Only if you're supervised by an adult.
A responsible adult at that.
Yeah.
Not many of those around.
No, we don't worry about that bit.
Oh look, and we've got a little sad face. We've got a do not attempt crossed out sad face 0 to 14. So if you're under 14, do not attempt.
Are you sure that's age or IQ?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not sure at all. But yeah, I bought this. Oh, blimey! A couple of years ago on eBay, I just saw sort of Millennium Falcon. I thought, oh, that's cool, and I bought it, kind of thinking I might just sort of fiddle with it while I'm sat in front of the TV one evening, and I never got around to it. And then when you started the Iron Man thing, I thought, oh, that's a perfect excuse to have a go.
Indeed, yes.
So yes, how's Mr. Stark coming along? Speaking of,
He's all right. He's there. He is. That's so far.
all right.
Previous edition. Tonight I have done most of the other arm, and the hand at the moment is coming together. So yeah, it's getting there.
Jolly good. That's looking good.
It's coming there. I must admit, when I started doing these Metal Earth things several years ago now, I generally don't sit and do them for hours on end, because that's when things start going wrong.
Just kind of bits and pieces.
I sort of do it for a half hour or 3/4 an hour or something, and when you start getting annoyed with it and getting tired, put it down and walk away.
Yes, that's always a good idea. With pretty much anything, in fact.
The problem with doing it live on the internet on the telly is that's not an option anymore, because I've just got to keep going for a decent amount of time.
But to push yourself.
Push myself and try not to get annoyed and try not to swear live on the telly.
But you see, I'm not that used to small fiddly little bits and pieces. So whereas you should be, because of all the 144 stuff you do. So
And all the watchmaking you do at work.
Yeah, that does help provide some level of
finesse.
I wouldn't use that anywhere in relation to me. No.
Oh, it's gonna be nice.
Now that's got to help immensely. I mean, I have fiddled with a handful of pocket watches.
Oh right, yeah.
And I know they're fiddling. We're talking like some of the old Smith's pocket watches and things that I picked up at car boots and just tinkered with. And when I was a kid, there was a guy lived up the road from me who used to do watch repairs, and I used to sit and watch him and think, how can you even, wow, just absolutely beyond belief. I mean, he was a really, really nice fellow, very useful to know when you needed bits doing on watches and the like. But,
yeah, I mean, as with anything, you get used to whatever you're doing, don't you? So
I guess you do, but it does look incredibly fiddly.
I can't do anything with cars.
With no major disasters, but that is quite a big bit, to be honest. That's, I believe, the upper part of the hull. Right, what's next?
I don't tend to do finesse at work.
You just hack away at it with a cleaver, do you do?
I've got a cleaver and a 14-inch knife, but also finesse isn't sort of like on the offing. Finesse is something that happens to other people. Yeah.
You don't use a scalpel during your daily routine, then?
No, I've only got a set amount of time to do stuff, mate. You can't hang about.
Well, there is that. Yes, yeah, I can understand that.
As long as they don't let you do that, the fugu fish or whatever it is, the one that you've got to get just the right. You cut out the poison gland, or people die.
We don't do them.
They don't let you do them.
No, unfortunately, we don't have anything to do them. I hate doing food.
Are they not native to Portsmouth? I thought they were.
You've got to be trained and properly qualified to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, scary stuff. I'd be really tempted to try some, but at the same time, I'd be really terrified.
Yeah.
In case it was not prepared well.
Yeah, I generally don't like seafood anyway, so I wouldn't bother with it.
I'm a big fan of seafood, and I love sushi. Absolutely love it. But fugu is one of those things I'd really need to know it was just right. I would.
I'm not a fish lover. I have to work with it as well as butchery.
I think if I worked with it, I probably wouldn't be so keen. I do remember as a kid going into the fish market in Sheffield, and when the old markets as they used to be, and the smell in there, it's still. I don't have to think about that market, and I can still smell it. You know.
I'm assuming you used to live closer to civilization than you do now, then.
Yes, I used to be in Yorkshire, sort of,
Otherwise, the trip to
around Rotherham and that general area.
How can you say civilization? You're talking about Sheffield. Have you been to Sheffield lately?
Well, yeah,
yes,
I mean, we are talking about Yorkshire when all said and done. You know.
And me being a Lancashire lad, you know what I mean? We won't mention the war.
Marginally more civilised than Manchester, but you know.
I had to, but years ago as a coach driver, I had to pick up a school group from Sheffield, Meadow Hall School.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Meadow.
And I pulled up on this council estate where the school was in like £750,000 with a coach. I thought, if you think I'm sleeping here for the night, you've got another thing coming. So I drove onto the motorway and parked.
Meadowhall's a nice bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, to be
Oh, you'd have been perfectly safe there, Dave. Perfectly safe.
to be fair,
I'm saying the coach would have been, you know, you might have woken up without the coach in the morning, but
it was actually, the kids were fantastic. It was one of these adventure holidays. And the teachers and the kids.
Well, to be honest, Meadow School would have been a very slightly posher end.
Paul's
I
wife is from Sheffield. He's getting quite a rate in chat that. Paul's wife is from Sheffield. He's getting quite irate in chat that. Yeah.
Well, it's your fault for knowing that.
Well, I've got to be honest. It's nice. Sheffield and Rotherham. I was at, and for a long time, and it's like any city. You know, there's good bits, there's bad bits. I lived near Meadowhall for a while, in fact, and I used to like that. That was absolutely brilliant come Christmas time, because when I moved up here, I realised I had to be organised. Because come Christmas time, when you live there, you sort of got to 3 days before Christmas and went, oh, I've not gotten anybody anything. So you just ran down to Meadowhall, ran around for an hour, and you'd gotten everybody's presents. It was great. But when I moved up here, I thought, crap, I'm going to have to actually like get organised and buy people's things.
Yeah, but now you've got the internet.
True, that is true, but you still have to wait for things coming. Although I have cheated once or twice and used Amazon's gift wrapping service and had it sent straight to the person.
Well, I've finished his other arm, so he's got an arm sitting there now. Look.
Really?
Oh, he's waving.
He's all ready to go. Stop. He's doing traffic stuff.
But seriously, you need to. His left arm, you need to get on his hip like that, and it's like
you can't bend. They're posed as is. You can't just bend bits. It don't work that way.
My spaceman is. My spaceman's got his hand on his hip.
Yeah, you got to do it, Cam.
Can't do it now. Starting on his helmet now. Right, let's see what's happening. Oh, Colin's in, first 67. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Colin.
And for some reason, Paul says evening Pip. I'm not, she must have popped in on camera. I missed that bit. I wasn't looking the right way.
Yeah. There you go. Give me your wife.
Right, part number 68 is the big helmet.
The big pink helmet.
He's got a big red helmet. It's shiny.
And you won't do in camp?
No. So this one's got more than 2 bits in it, so you have to carefully bend one bit backwards and forwards a bit until it gives away, and then you can go to the next bit and do the same thing.
Ah, that's interesting.
What is?
I've been looking all over the sheet for part number 2, which I couldn't spot anywhere. But handily, they're all numbered. We've got little H numbers all over these 2 metal sheets. But there's a sheet call out thing on here which shows the 2 sheets and all the numbers. And all the numbers printed on the sheet are completely different to all the numbers.
Well, you normally don't get numbers printed on the sheets. That's not how they work.
Your camera's blacked out, Ben.
I think this is pretty cool, but it's just that all the numbers printed on the sheet are different to the numbers that are printed on the edge.
All right. Yeah, we've lost your picture.
You lost my picture?
Yep.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Unless you just had a power cut and lost all the lights. I don't know.
Nope, it's not dark here.
Right, let's see. This is going to be
Anything?
helmet. It's an interesting shape to start with. Bits curve round and bend round on the sides of the sides. So we'll see how that goes.
It looks like a bit like an alien face hugger.
Yeah, it does. So it's got 2 little eyes as well, like a big nose. And... Actually, that goes down there. That goes down there. The 2 sides actually stay flat. Then that's got a curve round. That's interesting. So you've got to curve those round and bend them in at the same time and get these little bits through the little slots.
Oh, the little lugs, yeah?
The little lugs through the little slots while you're bending it in and curving it round. Both sides at the same time.
So you need 3 hands?
At least 3, and they've all got to be smaller, so they'll all be able to fit in and do things at the same time.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
Well, that's that one, Fan. That's that one in. Right, we can start at the beginning and work our way that way. I think that's the best way of doing it.
What, starting at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say it's a very good place to start, apparently.
Yeah. Where have we had that before?
I don't know. It's probably not copyright, so we'll be all right. It's fine.
Paul's probably singing it now.
What happens to the bottom bits? Oh, they go around and join up. Okay. So they've got to join into there. That comes in a bit, that comes in a bit, and that comes in quite a lot.
Fiddly.
There we go. That's the chin bit.
So how many of these things have you built then, Chris?
I have probably done about 20 of them.
Right. Jolly good.
I've done a lot of the Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
And so more recently, well, in the last couple of years, I've done a couple of the Batman ones and a couple of the Halo ones.
Cool. Well, this was one of those impromptu eBay purchases when I was just looking for models like you do.
Yep.
And I was scanning through eBay and I saw Millennium Falcon, and I saw, well, it was one of these. It was a select from this big list of models that you can buy, and the Millennium Falcon was there, and I thought, oh, I like that. And then I bought it, and when I took it out of the packing and looked at it, I thought, damn, that's really tiny bits.
Yeah. What the hell have I bought?
That's really strange, Spinny, because when you're talking, it presents you on full screen, you go black. And then when you don't talk, and it goes back to your little thumbnail sort of picture on the bottom of the screen.
All right. Must admit, the screen's behind me, so I can't actually see that. But
it's possible that my tablet's quite old and
you can't handle it.
Bit of an antique. It maybe just can't handle. So what I'm going to do is try it on my phone. So I'm just going to disappear and reappear momentarily.
That's actually coming together quite well. I'm quite happy with the way that shaping is coming together.
Yeah, looks all right. Not too bloody fiddly, but looks all right.
Curve round a little bit more, and then get the next lot in. It gives the impression that it's not going to fit, but I think it will.
Well, it looks all right from this angle.
Just got to force it a little bit further, a little bit harder. But the trouble is, you can't put pressure in the wrong place on the other half of it because
Alrighty.
then bits bend and break.
Hello again.
Oh,
I'll set this up. So I'm going to have to plug my charger in because my phone's a bit on the dying side of not very well. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Yep.
I still can't look because it's behind me.
The video should be better, but yeah, I'd say it's probably because the tablet's a bit old. I can't hack it. Still need to find that bit. Number 4, we'll try one of them.
The trouble with this bit is it's the helmet, so that's the bit everybody's going to see first. So you really can't stuff this up.
Yeah.
Somehow I need to get that wider so I can bend it in a bit because it's sort of too close. I think I need to shape that a bit more. And then
You could always do a battle damage down there.
a backwards or what, eh?
Could always do a battle damage Iron Man.
Yeah, but then you still got to have the other bit somewhere, haven't you? Come on, you get in there.
This is going to be fun.
Hmm.
I've got to bend this long thin bit into a circle.
Yeah, they're the fun bits.
I found doing that tiger's wheels, if I formed it around the handle of a paintbrush, it would be a bit
Yeah, I've got a few different screwdrivers and things that you can curve it round a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Different radii.
Yes.
Well, that's a good word, radii. I like
Radii. Ooh.
Radius is
Is that like a posh person's radio?
that.
Yeah.
Radii Gaga.
I'm listening to the radio.
Apology to everybody in chat that I'm ignoring, but I will come and have a look in a minute. Once I've got this sorted, eventually, hopefully, without breaking it.
Oh,
Well, I'm going to shoot off, Chris.
No problem. Nice to see you.
I'll keep popping in the chat on and
Indeed.
off.
Let us know when you've started your Metal Earth stuff.
Yeah, will do. I'll show you all the plasters and bandages. Right, take care, chaps.
No problem. Good night.
oh leaves and leaves and leaves. How many leaves?
Got to go further down, further forward. Come on.
And then back a tiny shed.
No, not back at all. It's just got to go further forward. It's only like, you know, a third of a millimeter, but it's just
A frustrating bit.
how do I move that back that way without moving that back that way? I can't. It just doesn't work that way.
With an hammer.
I haven't got a small enough hammer.
But do you remember them little trays of toffee used to get with a hammer?
Oh, damn you, you damn Heidi thing. I just spent ages looking for this round thing, and I could not spot it anywhere at all. And the sneaky little buggers have put it right in the middle of these main body bits.
Yep. They're very cleverly designed to use all the space in the most annoying way.
I mean, it makes perfect sense because that's where they're ultimately going to end up. But it's very frustrating because I was looking everywhere and I couldn't see it. Gosh darn it.
In happier news, I've bent this bit sideways and it's working now.
Cool.
Jolly good.
Very fiddly.
I need to figure out whether that's the top or the bottom. Here's the top. That's that one. Okay. Okay. That is good.
How Paul's getting on with them nuggets.
Don't know, if we don't hear from him, then probably not well.
He's a nugget, isn't he?
So what's he done to himself? Is a bit of it's a belly or
He's just had food poisoning or something.
nice.
Right, what we got here? Now I finished the head. Look there. It's got ears and everything.
Oh, very cool. I like it.
Right, let's see. We've got Gordon's in. Or was in. I don't know if he's still in because that was a quarter hour ago. Fester and everybody talking. Colin's officially retired. Does that just mean you're tired again? I was tired once and now I'm retired.
Officially tired. Oh, nice. Looking forward to that day.
Yeah, Sergeant Bone says they say I'm too sick to work but too healthy to retire. And Colin says that's okay, gross models, used to it. I'm not sure what you're used to, but so that was 5 minutes ago. I can't remember what I said. Paul says he's eaten them all, but he does feel a bit sick.
Well, as long as they stay in, that's the main thing, isn't it?
And Gordon is still here. How many nuggets did he have? Did we know? Did he say?
Must have been at least 6.
It's not worth it. Not worth cooking them if you're not doing more than 6, is it? That's the only trouble with the Optivize. You get sweaty head.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right. So that's that. That little one bit just take an hour. So yeah. Now it tells me to bend all those bits in. I've already done that. Got to find parts 69 and 70. They go on the either side, and they're red as well. So that should be nice and easy to find.
Well, I'm going to jump out, Chris. Get somebody else to get in, mate. All right.
No problem. Have a good evening. Good luck with your dinosaurs.
Yeah, no, it's all the leaves in the world I've got to do now. Right. I'll see you.
Yeah, good night. Thanks for popping in.
All right.
Right, that looks like one of them. Yeah, there you go. That's 69. And they're not the same because they're different colour. Don't know about your speed, but the instructions on these, if there's multiple bits of the same bit, they colour them on the sheet.
Well, this is all just silver.
No, I mean,
But what I've got,
like this. You've got these bright yellow bits.
oh yeah.
They're not actually bright yellow, but because they're both the same piece. They don't put the same number down twice because that's really confusing.
Right, yeah. Well, this is it's got all the numbers in black. So the numbers actually are correct on the sheet, by the way, on the etch. They do correspond with this. It's just that I couldn't find the number 2 because it was hidden in the middle of the thing. All the numbers in black, and then we've got numbers in yellow, and it says with a yellow dot, it says backup. So I don't know if that means that they're spare bits. So
maybe.
I don't know.
So where this one isn't coloured on the instructions must mean it's a unique bit. So although there's another bit that looks the same, it's obviously a little bit different. Probably got the little cutout bit on the other side or something. So I'm going to do this one first. It's got to go on that side, his right hand side, and I've got to fold down each and every one of these little side bits.
Lovely.
So just get them done.
Right, put the gun on because that bit's fairly easy. Oh yeah, that went too nasty.
So yeah, that's all those sides done. Then we've got to get that onto there with the little bit going towards the back. Without throwing it on the floor. So that one goes in there.
Instructions, or did you just add that one yourself?
The not throwing it on the floor bit is my personal addition to the instructions. I add it to all of the instructions for every model kit I build. Most of the time I follow it, but sometimes you've got to break from the rules, haven't you?
I tend to find at least one part in every single kit that I do that to. And then it's kind of, it should say in the instructions, clip this bit off the sprue, lose it, spend the next 3/4 of an hour on your hands and knees, knowing that it can only be a few inches away, but not seeing it.
And it's never exactly where you saw it land.
I know. How does that even happen when it's a tiny, tiny piece?
If it's any help, it happens in archery as well. When you shoot an arrow, you know exactly where it ended up. You missed, but you know exactly where it is. It's never there. It's always, 20 yards further on, buried backwards.
Yeah, that is kind of unusual, I guess. As long as it's not 20 yards further on, stuck in somebody.
No, we're very careful. Make sure there's nobody walking behind. Although people are idiots.
I did used to find that, well, yeah, this is true. I did used to find it with golf. Years ago, I played golf briefly with a few friends, quite unsuccessfully, I might add. I wasn't bad at sort of driving down the range, but I was hopeless at everything after that. And yeah, I used to find that you'd hit the ball and you'd see exactly where it went, but you could guarantee that it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Well, where my archery club shoots, there's football and like rugby pitches. The other side of the shooting bit to the gate, so they've got to go past us to get to where they want to go when they're there. And most of the time, the people are sensible. They walk round the back, and but occasionally you have somebody that will walk straight across, whether or not you're actually shooting at the time. And it's like,
yeah, I mean, you would think that there are arrows flying around. They'd have the good sense to try and avoid them, wouldn't you?
These dangerous pointy things.
Yeah. But that said, it's like you say, people are idiots. I distinctly remember back when I used to go shooting with my dad, and the things people would come into the range where I used to go shooting. And they'd try to walk into the range when the red light for a live firing session was lit.
Yep.
And they'd have to get the guy come running out of the shop, stopping them. They're like, what are you doors closed and there's a big red light up on the top for? But yes, people are remarkable. Like they say, nothing is idiot-proof to a sufficiently talented idiot.
Well, it does make you think sometimes that The Darwin Awards have got it right.
Oh yes.
We should just remove warning labels from everything, and survival of the fittest
And just let
kick
it
in.
be the less sensible.
This is his face. Look, there you go. It's Iron Man face.
Yes.
Can't
Yes,
magicify
yes.
it, but you can sort of see where the eye holes are going to be once everything gets shaped round.
So you think you'll be able to fit some LEDs in that and light it up?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Lit up eyes and repulsors and.
No, I'm not going to be doing any of that because it's solid metal. You see, you'd have to drill bits out, and yeah, I'm not doing that.
It'd look very cool though.
It would. If it was done properly, it would look very cool. If it was done by me, it would look rubbish.
I wonder though, with it being hollow, if you could kind of just stick a really bright LED in the body shell bit.
In theory, yes, but I'm sure it would leak out places that you didn't want it more than where you want it. So,
but it could look good. Could look good. So I'm itching to try lighting a model up, but my experience with LEDs is as much as buying an LED strip of lights and plugging them in.
yeah. Why does that do that? But it isn't what I think it's going to be.
Oh, look at that. I'm quite pleased with that. I've made the little gun turrety thing for the top or the bottom or whichever bit it happens to be.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They're probably exactly the same. So it could be
slightly different pattern, but exactly the same design. Yes, yeah.
Cool. I'm not sure how this shape works because somehow that's got to join up to that, but it doesn't. They go out that way. I've done that, but they're still not big enough for that to get all the way to there. Has that got a bend?
Is it
an in?
Unusual bend, maybe.
Well, it's like that bit should be from the top, not from the bottom. I don't know.
That does look like quite a complex one, your Iron Man.
Yeah, I have done easier ones. I wouldn't suggest this one as a first build.
How many sheets is there with that one?
This is 3 big ones. Sorry, 2 big ones, 1 little red one, and little gold one, sort of half-sized.
Right,
and
so that's
a very
quite
little,
parts.
very little bit of silver. So basically three sheets.
There's a surprising amount of parts on this one. To say it's only
I mean they go up to about 100, I think, on this.
Wow.
84. No, 84. It seems to be the last numbered piece. 85. So there's 85 bits, but some of them are duplicated. So probably 100 bits, maybe.
What's the highest number on this one? 32, I think. But there are some duplicated parts, so there's probably maybe 40 bits.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're duplicates or if they're, I mean, they're all the same shape, but I don't know if they're just kind of spares. Maybe the bits that break easily. I don't know. I'm sure I shall discover as we go along.
It could easily be some of each.
Part 5 and part 6.
Right, so that's that to there. I've got that sort of folded back a little bit, folded double, and that's better. But the eyes still don't join up, unless that's got to be curved as well. Probably is curved as well, isn't it? His face isn't flat.
The real thing's kind of slightly curved, isn't it? Definitely,
Yeah.
but
I'm going to curve it a bit, and we'll see what happens.
there's obviously going to be more flat surfaces, I guess.
There's a big gap around the edge there, but there's just no way that's going to fit because it's bigger.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't get how that's going to... So I can curve that in a bit and that out a bit. Sort of shape it individually. That's better, maybe. Right, anything been happening in the chat, the people that are still watching? We have 14 viewers apparently, so hello everybody that's watching. If you're not watching on the actual YouTube app, click on the little button down, I don't know, one side or the other, one down there, I think, probably. Join us in the YouTube app. There's live chat going on. There's people in there saying hello and chatting, so come and join the fun. No fun included.
In the chat, say hello. Hello to anyone that I've not said hello to. And apologies for being ignorant, but this is Chris's stream, so you know.
Oh, Terry's just popped in. So hi, Smoo.
Hi, Smoo.
And we've got Vincent and Mr. Loth model making in as well.
Hi, Vincent.
Lynn's still there, so we're still on big telly. But we're all turned down, so she's listening to some webinar. I don't know what that is. Webinar.
Webinar.
I don't know, some work thing that she's got to watch and listen to. So she's watching but not listening, so we can say whatever we like, and she'll never know. Unless it's got subtitles. I don't know. It might auto-generate subtitles.
Apparently, YouTube subtitles are hilarious.
They can be, yes.
Yeah, it's not something I've ever used, but my son informs me that just for the novelty value, whenever I upload a new video and he watches it, he puts the subtitles on, and they said some of the translations are absolutely hilarious.
They really are, yeah. I've watched some of my own stuff with subtitles, and it's like, I definitely didn't say that. You can get all the stats from YouTube as to, you know, how many people watch and what they watch on and things like that. And it's generally about 1% of people tend to watch my videos with subtitles.
Right, okay. Not something I've ever looked into that, but I'll have to have a look. I'll have a newsy.
And the number of my viewers, a majority are in the UK and America. But apparently I have
that
following in Japan, and
I do get the odd. I get a few from India because I did a series of videos on the Royal Enfield Bullet when I had that, and that is still a very popular motorbike in India.
Oh, right.
Obviously being made in India. It's now been completely redesigned, but it was originally old. They bought all the tooling from Royal Enfield in the UK.
Oh, right. Interesting. I know nothing about motorbikes.
After they produced it under license in India for years for their police force and the like, and they carried making it, and then it got to a point where they couldn't sort of export it and sell it because of emissions, and they redesigned the whole thing. So they kept the retro low, but they've gone all modern with fuel injection and everything, and it looks really nice. But because of that, because I had an old Royal Enfield Bullet and did a series of videos on that, I do get a few views from India of people looking for bits and bobs to do with the Bullet.
Cool.
But mainly UK and USA.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
I didn't want to butt in there because you were mid-conversation. How are you tonight?
We're good, thank you. Evening to you. How are you?
I'm dodging away. I'm fettling with a Voyager, a Revel Voyager, taking all the little windows and things out on it, and it's I'm having a bit.
That's a bit big, isn't it?
Is that one that you're going to light up, Terry?
Yeah, I'm going to light it up. Well, I mean the top deck's like, let me see. 400 mil long, so 40 centimetres long. I think the overall length.
Yeah.
It's a big kit, like.
Wow, that's actually some size, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a lot of something weird's happened when they've moulded the top part, and there's going to be a lot of sanding and fettling. But yeah, it's just something to fettle away with at the bench while we're sitting chatting. So I thought I would.
Who's it made by?
It's a Revell kit.
And there's some work to do on it.
Oh yeah, it's
Who would have guessed?
this one, the USS Voyager, and it's a weird scale. It's like 1677 or something like that. But yeah, it's a big kit. It's 51 centimetres when it's built up. So
That's a scale that we didn't actually design it to be a scale. We just built it and then we measured it afterwards and worked out what it would be.
yeah, I think it's kind of like
It's a weird Revell thing, that, isn't it? They kind of they do seem to. I think they just guess at it as well. But I built, you know, the Easy kits, the TIE fighters. I ended up with 3 of those. I had a Darth Vader's, a TIE Interceptor, and a TIE Fighter, which I swapped somebody for something, I forget which, and I built them from one from a wee boy and a couple for a friend, and I built 2 together. I think it was the Interceptor and the Fighter I built at the same time, and the scales on them were completely wrong. They just didn't tally at all. And if they'd have been the other way around, they'd have been more accurate. It would have been more plausible.
Yeah.
One that was supposed to be like 1/48, whatever was, and the pilot was more 1/72 size.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, they were just all over the place.
well, I've got the original series Into Darkness one, and that's on 1500. That's even bigger than this beefcake. It's like a big dinner plate. But yeah, I've never actually built any Star Trek stuff, so I thought we would. There's a few of us got it. Colin's got one, and Vincent's got one.
Yeah,
we're not building it at the moment.
I've never done much sci-fi at all, really.
I've lit up a 1/12 scale X-wing, which was fun because it was just so small. And I lit up.
I remember watching the video series of that one. That was a tiny wee thing, wasn't it? That was one of those easy kits, wasn't it?
I've got the Hasegawa egg shuttle as well. That was fun. I lit that up. But there'll be a bit more to this one because there's quite a lot of little windows and nav lights and thrusters and stuff.
Well, every time I've read about somebody building an Enterprise or one of the Star Trek ships, it's like when you look on tank builds, you always see people moaning about the individual link tracks as they're sort of being.
I find that quite therapeutic, individual tracks actually. But
yeah, I think they are, but that's the general grumble you see on the boards, isn't it? And with the Star Trek ships, it seems to be the windows, drilling out the windows for lighting.
There are many windows. I started it last night, and I was just sort of, doing a couple, chilling for a bit, chatting for a bit, doing another couple, and I've just, it was Colin that said to me, he says, yeah, that's just the top and the bottom of the decks. He says, wait till you get onto the body. It's like, oh. Colin's thinking of doing his as a JCB, but he doesn't know if that would offend the Star Trek community.
Well, that's a plus point,
I
isn't
think that would be wonderful. I think it should do.
Well, Sarge's got the reliance.
It doesn't matter what you do. You're always gonna offend somebody who's like a purist when it comes to stuff.
Is it not a bonus point if you upset them?
I haven't actually watched the film for this particular series, so I'll need to watch it to see how the ship lights up and stuff like that. But
Right.
yeah, I know that it was quite good. Vincent let me know there's a detail upset for it, and it's a photo etch one because seemingly there's a lot of detail on this. It's just too thick, and you've actually got to, rather than just sit and photo etch on top of the part to make it look more detailed, you've actually got to sand and grind back the part that's there and put. So that's going to be fun.
Right.
Well, I've got got his head done.
You could build it without the foot torch in case you don't want to.
It's not quite closing properly, but it's all right. It's done. I'm happy with that. You can see it's got eyes in it. So.
Does it open?
No, you could bend it open, but that would mean bending it. So no, it's not designed to. Well, it's got nothing in it, so.
Yeah, I bet
I
really
just
want to open
it. Like a cool little feature if it did.
That's a bit like my head, Chris. You know, it's full of fresh air. I take my brain.
Doesn't open.
Yeah, brains are overrated. It looks quite cool that we did. I think the last time I managed to catch in the show, you'd got the legs done, so I've missed the body and the arms.
Yeah, there was that was the first episode was the legs. Second time I got the body and his left arm done. Tonight I've done the right arm and the head, or most of the head so far.
Yeah, looking good though.
Yeah. So we've been an hour and a half at the moment, so we'll go a little bit longer, but I'm not going to finish it tonight.
I'm just popping in for a wee while. I've not had my tea yet, so I'm just in for a wee half hour.
Are you still on night shift, or you not sleeping at all anymore, or what?
Well, yeah, I've got a medical coming up, which is stressing me out.
Right. So
I'm waking up at tea time and going to bed when everybody's going to work. It's just insomnia and yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to just sort of, you think to go back on normal for a couple of days and then drift back off to it.
That's it. A couple of days on the normal people sleeping pattern, and then it's
I found part 73. There it is.
Very rarely see daylight, which is a common thing in Scotland.
I'm going to say you live in Scotland. You shouldn't really expect it.
I mean,
no. The further you go, the more you daylight you actually get.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Spidey,
it's kind of marginal, but you do. I mean, up here we get a bit more daylight than down there. I've sort of Skyped with friends down in Yorkshire before.
Yeah.
And they've said, look, it's going dark already, and I've said, no, it's not. And I'm showing them out the window, and they're like, how is that even possible?
See, Scottish guys and that they've got a kind of pale blue hue to them anyway, you know, and it takes an hour in the sun to go to sort of like pink. Colin's saying it's all his fault because he's an insomniac as well, so yeah. Fellow insomniac.
Insomniacs unite.
Yeah. But yeah. What was I going to say?
I don't know what this tiny little bit I'm doing now is. I think it's something neck related.
Oh.
It's very tiny. I don't know what that bit's for. And I've dropped it now. There it is.
The first bit that's really kind of fighting me just now is the radar dish.
Yeah, I remember that as being fun.
It's really fiddly.
Oh, I forgot. I just noticed in the chat there, Lennon and all that's in. Colin's in. Shane Young's in. Hiya, guys. Sarge is in. Mike Mountain's in. Hiya, Mike. Yeah, they're all in.
Yeah, lots of people have been. There's apparently 11 people watching now, so.
Yeah.
There were 14, so 3 of them wandered away.
Oh, Colin's got some. Did you see the challenge that he got? Lee Eagle sent him a box of bits, basically a box of Greeblies.
I've seen he's done a couple of Greeble challenge videos, but I haven't actually had a chance to watch them yet.
Yeah, what Lee actually done was just sent him a box of Greeblies of basically stuff he's had lying about for all different kind of kits. So the challenge that Lee set to Colin was you've got to make something out of it. So he's got a couple of videos up in the Festa 67's workshop channel showing what he's building. So he's got some imagination, that boy, like. So that's fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, just having a box of different bits and cobbling them all together into something. It's going to be kind of Warhammery, though, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be sort of steampunky Warhammery something, isn't it? Because otherwise,
it said something along the lines of guns and more guns. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah,
if that's what you got in your box, that's what you got to deal with.
Steam hammer.
Yeah, steam hammer sounds about right. I think.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds quite good.
Yeah.
Warpunk is completely different.
Yeah, that sounds like a musical genre, doesn't it?
Warpunk, yeah. Something like Susie and the Banshees would come out with, yeah. Or am I going back a bit now with Susie and the Banshees?
Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
All right.
I was getting to the point where I was considering hurling that across the room and calling it shot off by a laser. Yeah. No, that's not bad.
I'm trying to figure out what Lynn's saying about a webinar. Our brains fried from webinar.
I don't know if you can see that, but there's the.
No, you need to do it on camera, mate. There we go. Up a bit.
Tiny little satellite dish.
Ah, you got to put your hand behind it and all. No, you're too close to the camera. Left a bit, right a bit. Yes, and welcome to what was it? Golden Shot with Bob Monkhouse, or was it some? Yeah, I see it now. Oh, tiny little dish.
Yeah, that's the satellite dish. I need to make the stand for it to stand on there.
Colin saying Steam Hammer sounds so cool, Spidey. A credit will be added to the next video. Yeah, Steam Hammer. I like that.
I quite like that one. Actually. Steam Hammer sounds good. Yeah.
It's probably an actual thing though. There probably is a steam hammer.
Steam driven hammer. Yes. You know how you get the English wheel and all that, and they used to get the pneumatic hammer from.
Well, yeah, the steelworks, Don Valley Steelworks used to have a huge forging hammer, which might well have been steam driven.
They would have been back in the Industrial Revolution. Yeah.
There is, in fact, if you go to Sheffield, there's at the site of one of the old steelworks. There's nothing else left. The whole place. Well, last time I saw it, this was a few years ago. The whole place had been flattened, but the hammer was still there, and it's painted up like a statue. And it's this huge, massive, great big. You could stand underneath the hammer section because they used to roll huge slabs, huge bars of.
Would you want to stand underneath it though? Really, you know?
Yeah, I've worked in engineering.
It's not something you'd choose to do, but I'm just sort of saying for the size of it, you physically could.
Yeah, well, I've worked in engineering, and the place that I worked in, we actually created fittings for the North Sea oil industry, so it's all your header pipes and everything. So you had, I've driven really big cranes and taken big, huge, long, like 24-inch diameter steel pipes and that off the lorries and everything. And then it goes into the cutting section, which I used to be responsible for. And then for the cutting section, they would go to the forge, and you've got these big, 200-ton presses and everything's red hot, and it's mental.
Yeah.
Everything's just massive.
Well, my dad for years worked in the steelworks, and he left the post office just after I was born, because there was a huge postal strike.
Oh, was that back in that must have been 1930 or something, was it, Spidey?
71 it was.
Oh, 71.
Yeah. And there's a huge postal strike, and essentially, he was the only one earning. He couldn't afford to be out of work and striking and all that business.
Oh, that's right, because you didn't get your wages when you were on strike. That's right.
No.
Yeah, so he left and he went into the steelworks, and he was in the steelworks for years. And he actually worked at Brown Bailey's when they were making parts for Bluebird to do the land speed record.
All right.
They made the springs for Bluebird.
That's interesting.
Just before the world speed record. And he worked various places, but I know they used to supply the guys there with pots, big glass pots of
I'm glad you said
salt
pots.
tablets. They look like huge, like the calcium tablets that you get nowadays. Big white.
I've done aluminium casting as well. You actually get a tablet that's got all of the essential minerals. It's lemon flavour, and you pop it into your water, and it's just like a salt, lemon salt.
These are salt tablets, and they tasted vile. And you throw them into a glass of water. Oh, they didn't have the luxury of flavoured ones back then. But I remember him bringing a jar of these here. And of course, being a curious kid who's like, "Oh, I want to try one." He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." It tasted vile. Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah, I remember doing the night shift casting aluminium, and it gets so hot, and you lose a lot of your fluids in that through sweat, and a lot of the essential salts and everything.
Absolutely. Well, that's what he said, and that's all the guys had these, and they had to take them to replenish themselves because they lost so much in sweat because of the heat.
Colin's
but yeah, it tasted vile. It did.
Colin's off. He's got company, so
Oh, good night, Colin.
See you later on, Col.
Colin.
Thanks for popping in. I
Yeah,
can't find a bit. I've lost a bit.
you've
Can't find number 77.
oh dear.
Looks like that, but that's one with number 77 written next to it. It looks like a bit like that one. I'm going to use that bit.
But you've got to cut all the parts off on that, so they're not going to fall off, are they?
There's only one left on there now as well. So
do they fall off the sprue, or have you got...
potentially, they generally don't, but if it gets bent and distorted a little bit, they might. So
you don't want that to be happening.
that's interesting.
Oh, I was just saying, Terry, this is the first one of these things I've ever built, and this one's not actually a metal earth. It was an eBay one, but it's the two sheets of etch have adhesive paper on both sides, or like clear tape on both sides.
To stop them getting marked.
Well, possibly, but what I've been doing with this is I've peeled the front one off, and the rest of it sticks to the back one, so it means I can sort of wiggle them about, and so far it's working. And the theory being that I'm not going to ping the part off and have it fly across the room and lose it. And so far it seems to be working, so it's all good.
Our smoothisms at photo etch, I wouldn't fancy doing one of those at all.
It's kind of fiddly. I've put this off for a long time. It was one of those eBay purchases. I was looking for something one night and I saw it and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I like that, and I ordered one, and with ideas of building it and then maybe getting a few others if I really enjoyed it.
Lynn's got.
And when I opened it, I thought, oh wow, look how small that is.
Yeah, Lynn's got piles of them. Piles and piles of these metal earth kits, because there was a sale on it at one of their local hobby stores in America. And she came out one night and she's showing us all these different metal earth kits they've got quite a range actually of different subjects.
There is. There's a huge amount. I like that Cessna that Lynn
that's a good and unusual one.
That's kind of nice because when I was taking flying lessons way back when, I was flying in a little Cessna 152, and I searched around trying to find a kit of one, and you bugger get a kit of one. I did manage to find a 72nd scale kit of a 172, which was a 4-seater version.
I had one flying lesson in a Cessna.
How'd you get on?
That's really good.
I absolutely. I miss it. Of all the things that I miss, having moved up here to somewhere more remote, the thing that I miss the most is the flying.
I'd love to fly, but to get a pilot's license and everything, you've got to do a certain number of hours per year and everything as well.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah,
it's just too expensive, and I haven't got the time for it.
Yeah, friend of mine passed his single engine section, and then he moves up, but it's it's daylight only. It's what's it? Visual VOR.
Oh yes, yeah.
You're only allowed
you
to
can
fly.
take an extra one to use instruments.
Yeah, and then he's currently building up his hours on 2-engined ones. But I mean, he posts pictures up. 1 minute he's at an airport, next minute he's across in France and stuff like that. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I've always fancied trying a helicopter, but he says he's got a friend who actually teaches people how to do helicopters. But it's a lot of money for the.
It's very expensive to do the helicopter.
But he said a way of getting your hours up actually is to share it. Like say he's allowed to go up now because he's got his single engine license sort of thing, and he can hand the controls across.
All right, yeah.
You know, if I was up, and he keeps hinting at it, but he's never taken me up yet. But yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I'm good with a motorbike.
The thing with taking passenger with your PPL. If you've got PPL, you can't legally charge somebody to go flying. But what you can do is have somebody say pay for your fuel.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole website on that now where there's like people who have got their private pilot's license, and they're maybe got a business trip in say Paris or something like that, and they'll put it up on the site. And of course, a lot of these planes are like 4-seaters. It's just like a little car. And,
yeah, so it's like car sharing. So
they'll advertise it on the site. So what they do is they just split the fuel costs and the obviously the airport costs and everything.
There's probably a Uber flights or something, or
probably, yeah. But it's something I've always fancied trying. Be good fun.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and it really is. I mean, you can't explain, but when you're up there, you've got your headset on, and everything's muted, and you look down, and everything just looks amazing, and it's so quiet, and it's it's just such an experience.
I'm one of these weird people when I'm on a commercial flight. I like to sit over the wings so that I can watch the wings flexing whilst in flight and watch all the retard mechanisms and that coming in when we're coming into land and all that. And it's like, why are you sitting out the window? I want to see if any rivets come out, you know.
Yeah.
The good thing is on a plane, if you do get bored, you can sit and count the rivets for a little while. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll find though, if you do actually go for a flight in a light aircraft, it's a whole different ballgame to a commercial one.
Oh, they catch the wind, don't they? I mean, it's like anything. Yeah.
It's just a whole different experience, and it's strange because there's a friend of mine when I was learning to fly. There was a friend who I said to him, because I'd got intentions of doing my PPL and everything, and I said, well, when I've got my PPL, I'll take you flying. And he said, oh, no chance, terrified of flying and all the rest of it. But I tried explaining to him that flying in a light aircraft, counter to what you'd think, actually feels safer than being in a jet. It's a strange feeling, but even though you're right next to the windows and doors and whatnot.
Depends what your fear of heights and stuff is. You know, that's a lot of thing with people in planes.
It feels safer. Plus, I mean, it actually is safer in the respect of your glide ratio in a light aircraft is far, far better than you're ever going to get in a commercial jetliner.
It depends if you trust the pilot, though.
Glide ratio is like equivalent to a house brick, whereas a light aircraft will actually glide.
Yeah.
But that said, there's something a bit special about that sort of engines on thrust as you take off in a commercial jetliner.
Well, there was a thing on Facebook recently about a particular jet that they showed taking off, and it was like taking off at 90 degrees.
Oh,
a test flight or something, but it was like.
Have you seen that? Do that with the military jets where they go along and then they just point the nose up and they sit it on the tail.
Yep.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've seen air shows where, in fact, if you look on Facebook, you can on YouTube rather, you can see videos where they do that.
It's got
and that is just terrifying, is what it is.
Right, gentlemen, I was just.
I'll tell you what, though.
Just in for a quick visit. I need to get my dinner, so I just thought I'd come and say hiya and see what you're.
No problem. Thank you for popping in.
And I shall catch you later on. So thanks for coming. Bye everybody in chat. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I keep thinking this bit's not on the right way round, but it's the only way around it goes.
So far, we have the top disky bit with the guns, the side. I don't even know what you call the parts, but these are the bits we've got. And the little satellite dish.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's pretty cool.
I'm sure there's a bit I've gotten the wrong way around somewhere that it's not lining up quite as it should, because I don't think that head goes that way around. I don't know. Can't tell from the picture, but it doesn't look quite like that picture, but it sort of does a little bit.
I often find when you're looking at hand-drawn images as well.
Yeah, they're never quite right.
You look at a few things and you think that really doesn't look quite like that.
No, I'm on the last page, so I think I will finish this tonight. It's only been 2 hours. It's fine. People will watch longer than 2 hours, won't they? We've still got 11 viewers, so hello everybody. Let's get the big chest plate done. The bit we've all been waiting for. I think the last bit on this sprue. Can't see any other bits on there, so yeah. It's always nice using the last bit off a sprue.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of my favourite bits is getting rid of the sprue when you've taken the last bit off. There's something satisfying about it.
And with these, you don't even feel bad about throwing it away because you're not going to make sprue glue out of it or anything.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool if you could make metal filler, wouldn't it? Dissolve it in, I don't know, sulfuric acid or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be playing around with it though.
No, no.
There we go.
Is Paul still in the chat? How's his chicken nuggets holding?
I haven't seen anything of him recently, so he might be gone. The camera's stuck on you. That's because I clicked it on you. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, this is the big chest bit that nobody would have seen because it was stuck on you. So.
With the repulsor and such.
I'm pretty sure that's the end of that, but I'm going to keep it for now because you never know for sure. So we've got the head done. He looks particularly angry, actually, for some reason. I don't know why, but so this is like the shoulder pauldron type bits. So somehow we've got to fold this round and curve it and bend it. What we got? That's those bits. Right, so they come around there a little bit. That's all got to be curved round a little bit. What about the big... Oh, it does say about putting the little silver bit in there. 80. Is that 80? Yeah. Let's get that done. The last little silver bit. The big silver bit. Where it goes there. Ah, right. All of them fold in and then that fits on the back of it. So that's quite cool. Get that out of the way. So there is still one little silver bit here, but I'm pretty sure that's a spare one because he's only got 2 hands, not 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's only got 2 legs as well. So there's a little shiny reflective arc reactor. It goes in the middle there. So all of these little bits have got to be folded backwards. And the 2 big bits have got to be folded backwards. And then that fits over them and around all of these. And it's going to look really good. So that's them all backwards. And then, while I've got it mostly flat still, I should be able to get that on there quite easily. He says, not doing it very easily.
It's kind of like the whole sod's law thing is when something's really easy and you can do it repeatedly time and time again, and then you think, I'll show that on camera.
Yeah.
And that's when it all goes
hideously wrong. And people watching are like, you can't even do that simple thing.
It's like back in the day when motorbikes commonly had kickstarts, and you got a motorbike with a kickstart, you could go out to it every morning and it started first kick without fail every single time, right up until the point somebody comes out and watches you.
Do they not have kickstarts now then?
Some do, but very, very rarely. The vast majority now are electric start. You do get the odd one, but it just tends to be smaller engines nowadays.
I mean,
I don't think I've seen anything bigger than about 200 or a 250 with a Kickstarter for years.
No.
Sorry?
Car engines always turn over a lot easier than they used to now.
Car engines seem to, yeah. I
remember, right, early cars that I've had, you used to have to sit there and you try, and then you'd really rest a bit, and then you try again, and you'd flood it, and But now you just sit in it and you turn the engine and they're on.
Yeah, a lot of it is to do with all the fancy electronics now, though. You're not juggling and balancing the choke and that kind of thing.
I remember chokes; they were great.
Yeah, I'd manually pull the choke out, and see, that was the thing with the choke. Is I remember I had a car where if you pulled the choke out full, that was it. You stuffed it. Pulled the choke out full and tried to crank it over, you flooded it, and then you had to wait 5 minutes before you even attempted to start it again, because it just would not wear it at all. And yeah, you had to pull the choke out just a set amount. And I remember a friend of mine borrowing it and using it, and I ended up putting a bit of black insulation tape around the choke.
Only pull it out this far.
Yeah, at the precise point where, and saying, right, that is it. That is as far as you pull the choke out. Do not pull it out any further than that. Otherwise, you know, it will play up and you'll be stuck for 5 minutes waiting for it. And I think that insulation tape remained on it until the day that I sold it.
Right, what have I got to do with these? Got extra bits on here.
Shine hunt.
Oh, right, that goes round. Okay, there we go. So this is where using a finger inside is just enough to get the curvature right. For that, not sure about those bits. Maybe they just stay like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That goes quite well. I like that. And the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with them? They go back a bit, but not all the way. That's fine. I can do that.
No, the bit I'm finding really tricky with this is actually bending the tabs while trying to hold everything in place without bending another previously fitted bit.
Yep. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly. Getting there though. That's actually looking pretty good. That's looking quite recognisably aluminum Falcon now.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. The satellite dish is a bit wobbly, but I can live with that.
A lot of these tend to stay a little bit wobbly.
Yeah. Well, that's good, as long as it's not just
some of it's because you're not folding the tabs over hard enough.
Yeah.
But it's a fine line between folding it hard enough and bending other bits while you're folding them over.
Yeah. Well, I've tried sort of bending. I've ended up having to twist the tabs for the satellite.
I'm going to say that there are two ways of doing it. Some of them do say twist it. I don't like twisting.
Yes, it shows that in that direction. Here it shows foldy and twisty. And I tried the foldy and that didn't work, so I tried the twisty and it's still a bit sort of sloppy. It's fixed. It's not falling off, but it's a little bit wobbly, but it'll do.
I don't like the twisty, I must admit. I tend to do the foldy all the time.
Yeah, I think foldy just looks neater.
Yeah.
Right, part number 10 is the bit with the holes for the engine.
Right, I've got one side in. I can't get the other side in because it won't fit. I think it will fit, just needs convincing that it's going to fit.
It needs encouragement.
Yeah. Percussive maintenance, I think is the term they use for that.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's something I'm very familiar with in my former life as a mechanic. I always used to tell people the most essential tool in a mechanic's toolbox is the big heavy hammer.
Yeah, people get cross when you use them on watches.
I guess a big heavy hammer is not quite so much use in watch repair, though.
Occasionally it's of use, but people get cross when you use it. So
yeah, I imagine they do. Yes, I imagine they do. Alrighty.
All right, I'm happy with that. That's gone together quite well. He's got a head. He's got a body. Cool. Right, what else we got to do? We've got Oh, some tiny little bits. Oh, great. Just what I was waiting for. 81. Is that bit?
All right. That one's
That bit. I think that's the last. No, there's one little bit on that sprue as well. Look, a little bit there. What's that?
Okay, be nice.
74. I must give you a spare 74 because I certainly didn't use 2 of them.
I guess the thinking is if there's spare space on the fret, then
yeah, there's a. It's only a little bit. You're probably going to break or lose that bit, and we've got this little bit of room, so
which does make sense.
So that gets folded down. This gets curved around.
Jolly good.
How's chat doing? Let's have a quick nose, see if anything's happening there. Paul is still there. Paul is still alive.
Marvelous.
He's delicate but coping.
There's chicken
Shane says hold in there, Paul. So the chicken is still within Paul, I think, is the...
Very good.
Let's find part 82, 83, 84, and 85.
Oh, right. Part number 11 is the cockpit, and that looks like an absolute bloody nightmare.
That'll be fun. That'll be great. You'll enjoy that bit.
Yeah. I think there's a potential for a bit of a Fox moment here and stop it at this point.
I thought you were going to stab yourself.
I don't know. I mean, it looks complicated, but, you know, it might surprise me and
Be even more complicated than it looks.
be even more complicated, yes. Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping the other way, but you never know. You never know.
It could happen. I've got a little gold bit that goes on his spine. Or possibly his belly. I don't know. No, it's definitely his spine. Yeah, so that goes on there. That way around? Or the other way around? What do you think? I think the other way up.
Can't quite see it, so...
No, it's got a little cutout bit on there, which I think is shown the other way up on the next picture. So I'm going to turn that around and see where that lines up that way around.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that looks better that way around. I'll go that way around. And then I'll be wrong next time, but, you know. Okay, that's 82. Where's 83? Is that another gold bit? I bet it is. I see 84. 83 is not a gold bit, red bit. Mixing it up. That's the last red bit from this sprue. Really is coming home straight now. I'm going to be done in a few minutes. I assume you'll be finished in a few minutes as well, yeah?
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I say, I'm working on the cockpit, and I think that's as far as anyone's allowed to go with Millennium.
Yeah, you know, 6 minutes on the cockpit, that'll do you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all right. Fox isn't watching. He's fine. Sergeant Bones says, I found it odd when building the Falcon that I did not end up bleeding while building it. So if you're not bleeding while you're doing it, you're probably doing it wrong.
You know, it's just reminded me I've not actually watched the new Solo yet.
It's very good. I liked it.
Mm. My wee boy says it's very good. He enjoyed it.
Yep. 84.
But if it is, I'm guessing it's not going to be on the cinemas still, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so,
No,
but
it was a while thinking about it.
maybe.
Well, I'm going to be going to Glasgow in, next weekend. My brother's coming up to have a bit of a holiday. And then the weekend after, we'll be going down to Glasgow. So I've got to go and do some school appointmenty stuff with my boy.
All right, yeah.
And the plan is the both of us go down so my brother can have a bit of a catch up with him.
These two bits that I just put on, I put on upside down. That one should be there, and that one should be there.
And have a day in Glasgow. And I was thinking what I might do is see what's on at the cinema, and we'll have a cinema day.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perhaps. But there's a cool little cafe in Glasgow, which it's got some sort of Gundam-y type stuff and bits and pieces.
All right.
And it's all sort of comic book themed. It's Forbidden. Is it Forbidden Planet? I can't remember.
Probably. Forbidden Planet's the big one. They got lots of them all over the place.
But it's like a little shop come cafe thing.
All right.
It's got gaming tables downstairs, and it's got a little cafe bit, and it's got sort of Gundam-y bits, and it's really cool, really cool. So
now the Forbidden Planet that's in London has got lots of sort of imported stuff. But I don't think there's any Gundam there. Don't recall that.
It might not be called Forbidden Planet. It was mentioned in. I don't know if it was mentioned in Fox's stream or in the E-Model stream, and somebody said what it was called, and I went, "Oh yeah, that's it," and I've forgotten again.
All right, I don't recall.
All the entrance is all comic booky wallpaper and stuff, and it's very, very funky. And they had various sort of comic booky kits, and I'm sure they had some Gundam in there.
You have to buy lots of that.
Do you know, it's weird. I like seeing them built up, but I'm not a massive fan of them myself. I did buy one years ago, which I built for my boy, just because I knew they were pretty much snap fit.
Yeah.
And I built it knowing that he'd be able to play with it, because he was at the age where he would play with it, and whereas ordinary model kits just wouldn't have stood up to the abuse. So I did buy a little one, and I built it for him, which he played with. And I do like seeing them built, and I like seeing them weathered. I think they look really cool, but I've just kind of not got enough. Yeah,
the Zaku that I'm going to be doing next for E-Models has got to be quite heavily weathered.
Yeah. I'm kind of not invested enough to buy one. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I picked one up that was the I don't know, this one's the RG, the real grade, which are the nice ones.
Yeah.
The one I did already was the other one.
Fox has explained them, but I still don't quite get.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had to look at the box to get the letters right.
Yeah, because there's master grade.
There's high grade. There's real grade. There's Fox is the expert on those.
He is, yeah. Definitely.
Of course, now we've mentioned the Gundam word, he'll probably turn up.
Did somebody say Gundam? Like superhero popping up at the appropriate moment.
Yeah.
Captain Gundam. Alrighty. That's actually not looking bad.
As far as I can tell, I have one more piece to fit. And then I've just got to get all the bits, the body, head bit together and everything. So.
Yeah, good. Look at that. We've got a little cockpitty thing. I've got to do the bendy bit. But yeah, that's cool.
Nice. That works. No people inside it though.
No. Thank God. Oh, can you imagine?
Sergeant Bone says he expected it to be much sharper than it was. He did cut his finger with a knife, though. After the stability, he didn't build it for a day. Lack of bleeding while actually building. And Paul says the one that I did was an HG.
touch wood, I haven't stabbited myself as yet.
Well, there's still time.
Yes, there is. There is.
Mark Scale Models popped in, says hi, hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. How much bendy do I give this?
That way I need to bend that bit backwards and that bit backwards, and then put it in, and then bend them backwards some more. So that bit backwards, that bit backwards. And then that bit goes on the back there, just like that. One. Second tab to bend down. There we go. That's his back plate done. And now that goes down to there. So that goes onto the back here. Goes up in there somehow. That's just those two tabs. Hold that in place there. Cool. He says not getting in the right place at all. More magnification again. Right. Somehow that's got to go higher than I think it should go. It must go over that bit. There we go. There not bits for that over there as well? Yeah, there's no bits on the outside as well. Gotcha. One side at a time, that's the way to go.
Absolutely. If you can do both at the same time, I'd be very impressed.
Yeah, that's when you need the extra couple of dozen hands.
Yes, yes indeed.
And that doesn't line up with that. That's not right. Why does that not line up?
And that tab before it pops out.
There. It's just there. There it is.
Oh, yeah. It's not bad. That's not bad. It's not quite as neat as I would like, but I'll live with that. That's good.
Right, that's that one round. Where's the other one gone? I had it there a minute ago. Come on.
All right. Oh, I've squashed the cockpit a little bit. Sorry, Han and Chewy.
Someone mentioned Gumpler. My
See?
ears burned.
Ha-ha!
I can hear Gumpler being mentioned a mile away, or further in this case.
We knew you'd smell that word.
Yes, I can smell everybody's fear. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, all good.
I thought I was sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I'll pop in for a bit and join you and
Hello. Oh.
some
Hey, Fox.
Yeah,
Look what I'm making.
What, a hand? Giant hand. Hang on.
You see it?
I need to lock it on you, don't I? Go up a bit, That's a... Oh, it's a Millennium Falcon on.
It is.
That's
It's
part
a
six.
Millennium
That's six.
Falcon.
Did you just show him the cockpit? Is that how he recognised it?
Yeah,
It is. It is.
that's 6 episodes. That is. Yeah.
Yes, that's.
If you really want to blow his
mind.
mind speed, you can show him the rest of it. Show
Don't.
him no, there is more of it.
There is no rest of it. Don't be foolish. That's all there is.
So that's it. I've finished now, Chris. I've
Yep.
done the cockpit.
You're doing your Iron Man, Chris.
I'm doing my own. He's almost finished, actually. That's
Oh, look at that. It looks like
done the other arm earlier, and this is now the body sort of finally going together. I'm trying to fit the back bit to the armor bit. And
how much of a living nightmare is it?
How much what? Sorry?
How much of a living nightmare is it, or is it actually good fun?
It's a combination of both.
Yeah. I've seen other people do those metal builds, and they've always been like, I might not do another one.
It's
It's all
very,
I've
right.
never done one, so
It's, this Falcon, I was saying to Chris and the others that I bought this on a whim while I was browsing eBay for models way back. And I thought, oh, Metal Earth kits, Millennium Falcon, that looks like fun. I'll have one of those, thank you very much. And I ordered it, and it arrived, and I opened it, and I went, oh, look how tiny that is. And it went in the pile. Because the original thought was, I'll buy one of them, and I can sit while I'm watching TV, and it's just something to fiddle with.
I like the way you talk about model making and use the phrase "the original thought." There's never a thought with model making.
Well,
we just flit from shiny thing to shiny thing. That's how it works.
Well, this is true, yes. But yeah, it got kind of thrown in the pile, and I kept looking at it, thinking, yeah, I'll have a go at that one day. And then when Chris said he was doing the Iron Man, I thought, oh, well, you know, what better time to torture myself with this tiny little etched metal creation.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's not too
And body. And then we just put that together. Sorted.
It's not actually been too bad so far.
So, what have you guys been talking about this evening? Then, what have I missed? Been putting
Just
the world right.
Oh, totally. We've solved all the world's problems.
Excellent. Well, no, because Trump's still around. Well, never mind.
Is he though? Have you checked recently?
Oh, we've already got plans for the Space Force. Don't worry about that.
Space Force. God, it's a lame idea. I don't know.
It's a shame, but I really like the idea of the Space Force. I know it's not going to work and it's a rubbish idea, but
I like the idea.
It sounds really cool.
As silly as the whole thing is, it's a really cool sort of idea, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, any generation that's grown up with Star Wars, Star Trek, or anything like that, you've got to, you've got to admit it's cool. Pigs in space. Oh my God, do you remember Pigs in Space?
Yes.
I think that answers your question.
Well, I'm being thoroughly lazy. I'm working on these little Space Marines, and I vowed I wasn't going to just dry brush all the leather pouches on their armor, but I'm just going to dry brush all the leather pouches.
We won't tell anyone.
Good. Not like anybody's going to watch anything on the internet anyway. So
no, it's only my
thankfully
channel.
this is just a private hangout, isn't it? So I'm all right.
Yeah, nobody's ever going to watch this.
Good.
Nah.
Not the 12 viewers that happen to be here at the moment. They won't tell anyone. It's fine.
Yo, wait, what? Yeah, I've not been able to get any proper filmy work done so far this week, so I've just been working on the Warhammer stuff.
A couple of people in the chat have said hello, Mark. Hello, Mark came in. Mark Scales Models. Then Mike said, "Hey Fox." Sergeant Bones says, "Oi Fox."
Hey Sergeant Bones.
Then Sergeant Bones says, "Spes Farce."
Spes Farce.
Osric 9000 says, "Spes Fours."
See, the lucky thing is that whenever I call Americans idiots, all the people I know who are American know it doesn't apply to them. I'm lucky to know every single American I know is not actually an idiot. So you have my deepest sympathies for everything your country is going through.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's it. The Americans I know, lovely people. I know a few dotted around, and they are genuinely lovely people. Yeah. And some of them are genuinely embarrassed for the fact that Trump's in power, and
I mean, my brother lives in Tennessee, and I've never quite actually got around to asking him, "What do you think about all this?" Because I don't really want to upset the apple cart. My sister-in-law's American, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just not mention it.
You're not thinking you might say, "Think about what?" It's great.
Yeah, well, there's always the possibility you might be like, "Well, everything's brilliant." I'm like, okay, that's the risk.
Well, I'm quite pleased with this so far. It's looking decidedly Falconish.
Mini Falcony.
Yeah, I like it. It's jolly good, apart from its wobbly satellite dish. But
you're a wobbly satellite.
It's not wanting to watch anything on.
It's a squirrel.
Yeah, on Sky One or whatever. I'm sure.
Did you say squirrel?
Yeah.
Wow, 1992. Hello.
Yeah. That's a blast from the past, that one, isn't it? B Sky B, wasn't it? BSB, and then it became B Sky B, didn't it?
Yeah.
That is just a blast from the past. String it out there, boy.
Right, my
Do you
Iron
guys
Man
ever
is complete.
remember, there was a phone company that used a satellite aerial dishy thing. What on earth did they call them? I was with them for a while, and they were really good because this was back in the days of dial-up internet. And what you got was 2 phone lines for the same price as BT's 1 phone line.
Cool.
And they put a little satellite dish up on your chimney. And the great thing about it was you could dedicate 1 phone line. The sales pitch was you could have 1 for sort of work-related things and 1 for family and all the rest of it. And you could allocate different ringtones as well. So different numbers phoning you would give a different ringtone. But the thing most people used it for, and the thing we used it for, was we dedicated 1 for internet and 1 for telephone. So you didn't have to do the whole, oh, great, Aunt Bertha's phoning in half an hour. We need to disconnect from the internet. You know?
I've got to remember that.
Oh, it was a pain in the backside.
Every
And then,
time.
of course, the dial up and
Every
then
time
several
you
attempts.
something or streaming something or doing whatever on the internet, somebody would phone up and you'd be like, oh,
Oh, and it disconnects you. I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have finished Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's done.
have you?
It is complete. So I've got all the sprues I'm going to keep and put in some Tammy extra thin.
What's his raised up hand doing? Is he pointing a Star Trek phaser or something?
No, he's got his thing in his middle of his hand, hasn't he?
I beg your pardon.
You know Iron Man. Don't you know Iron Man?
I'm allergic to Marvel nonsense. I don't.
All right. He's got like repulsor beam tech things, and
Oh, okay.
they come out of his palm of his hand. That's why he's got a little
I
silver bit.
do actually know that. I'm not that bad.
There you go. So that is one completed Iron Man.
Ooh, cool.
that's very nice, Chris. I like it.
Put them on there for
I
you.
like it a lot.
You
Has
can
it not
probably
got
see it. There you go.
it's the middle of his chest piece silver. I can't quite see.
Middle of his chest piece is silver, and the 2 little bits in his
yeah, I
palms
can
are
see
silver
now,
as well.
I can see. Very nice. Looks good.
There we go.
Yes.
Mr. Man to you. Iron to his friends. Probably out of focus, but you know.
And you totally don't need to paint it.
No, you don't need to paint it or weather it at all. It's done. I suppose you could weather it, but yeah. I don't know. The whole point is that it's shiny, isn't it?
Well, yeah, until it gets battered up.
No, it won't get battered up because it's not a toy. It's not going to be played with.
Yeah, but in the story, he gets missing.
As soon as the camera's off, he's going to be flying him around the room shooting the repulsor.
Yeah, damn straight. Of course he is.
No, I'm quite happy with that. That's the first multicolour one that I've done, and it's coming out quite well.
Cool. Good job, dude.
So I think I shall do more. Not now, obviously, because I haven't got any more to do. But at some point, I shall purchase another one of these of something.
Yeah,
And
I like that. It's the first time I've seen a coloured one, because all the other ones I've seen have just been plain.
yeah, I was mentioning earlier. Actually, I've seen on forums and things. There are some coloured ones that they do like Fox like this. They do a transformer.
I don't understand what that means.
Is
I have no
actually
concept of that. Sorry.
even each sprue has got multiple colours on it. There's got like a bit of blue that's got like almost like where decals would be or that sort of thing on it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they look good. Mike says looking great, Chris. Shane Young says looks brilliant. Well done, old bean. Osric 9000 says nice job, Chris. Mike says he might get one, but he's already got 3. So Mike's got a collection to do. He's got a space shuttle and a other thing as well.
Space shuttle.
Space shuttle.
I think you pronounced space wrong there, Chris.
Space shuttle.
Space shuttle, yeah.
Shuttle. Yeah.
We've unfortunately been tainted now. We can never say space.
Yeah, they should do some elite ships in this. That'd be cool.
So that the gritty.
Well, there is a, you know, like Lego, you can put forward your idea, and then if you get 10,000 votes, they go and make it.
Yeah.
Somebody has put forward an Asp Explorer.
Oh, what, Lego?
It's got like 3,000 votes at the moment.
And how many of them are you?
No, none of me. It's only little. I do reckon people should go and find it and put their vote in.
Yeah. Well, while there are people watching and in chat, what should I do next? Which it should be my next Metal Earth project?
What do they do in Metal Earth?
They
What
do lots of things now,
do
apparently.
they cover in there?
Go and look on Amazon or something. I'm not working for models at the moment, so I can advertise other brands.
Well, no, I'm just thinking in order for people to answer the question as to what should you do next, they need to know what
They do
can
everything.
do.
They do lots of stuff. They do all sorts of games and real life things and stuff. Mike says I should do the kit he's got. Do you actually mean I should get another one, or just that you want me to build yours so you don't have to do it?
Who said that?
Mike, Dad.
Yeah, that'd be
I think it's probably that he wants me to build his for him, but no, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. Nice try, Dad.
So what kind of thing? Because you built quite a bit already, haven't you, Chris? By the sound of it.
I've built several. Yeah, I've done all of the old style Star Wars ones. There's some new ones that I haven't done, so I'm happy to do any of them. But any suggestions coming in, if I don't want to do them, I just won't.
There's some new movie ones.
Paul sent me a picture. He said he forgot to tell me while he was in the States. He bought himself one. He's very tempted to let me build it on live streams for him. He's got that one. I don't know if that comes out in the picture. There you go.
All right. Okay.
Which is
what is that, Paul?
Looks like a 2-pack. So no, you've got to build that yourself, Paul. But you can come and join me on the live stream when I build one. You can build that along. Build with Chris, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So Dad will come and build his, and Spid can finish that one.
We'll come around to your house, are we?
Yep. No, you can build them live on the internet.
Live on the internet.
Live on the internet with stuff.
Yeah, it's better than porn.
Yeah.
All pile around. I'll bring the Henderson's relish. Somebody else can bring the
That
chips.
sounds good.
It's like watching porn, but without the subscription charge or giving over your credit card details. So it's much better.
Well, you can give over your credit card details if you want. I've got Super Chat. You could use that.
Super Chat.
Shane Young says something from Doctor Who.
Oh yeah.
Paul says check your Facebook messages, but I just
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Sergeant Bone says the T-34 tank. It looks about 1/144 with a turned metal barrel. And Mike says he'll start mine on your next run then. So there you go. That's officially, it's in text.
Hang on, you said he'll start. So he'll start yours, or
Mike Mountain says I'll start mine on your next one then.
That confused me because he said he'll start mine. I'm like, wait, what?
He'll start his on my next one.
Okay.
So the next time I have another live stream doing my next kit, he's going to start one of his. So cool. There we go.
Which ones has Mike got?
He's got, it was a 3-pack. It was a space shuttle, a lander, and something else space related.
It doesn't surprise
me.
me.
They're all real spacey, not pretend spacey like ours.
No, they're actual real spacey things. They do real world things. I was just going to have a look on.
It does not surprise me that Dad's got a space shuttle.
It doesn't shock me in the slightest. No.
Seeing as that's his favourite thing ever.
If there was one thing that I was going to suggest that he might have picked up, then it would have been a space shuttle. Yeah. Moon buggy. There we go. He says in chat. So he's got the moon buggy, the lunar lander, and the space shuttle. I reckon the lunar lander would be a pain. That would be really nasty.
I'd like to see the moon buggy. I bet that's cool.
You just want it to do all the wheels.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see how they build those.
Right. I've just typed in Metal Earth into Amazon, and the first one that comes up is a globe, which looks quite interesting.
Because you typed in Metal Earth and it's the search. Yeah. There you go.
Well, that's actually a sponsored one as well. Apparently.
Metal Earth, though.
There is R2-D2, which I've already done. The Falcon, which I've already done.
There's a Black Pearl. Metal Earth, but it's only available for idiots.
Black Pearl model kit. That looks nasty with rigging and stuff.
Why? Can I ask a question? Because I generally want to know, why is the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise such a big thing?
It's quite good fun. Fun films. They're enjoyable.
35 films in the franchise now or something.
There's like 5 or 6 or something, yeah.
It seemed like the first one, I think, and it was like, it's all right. I don't understand how it's managed to become such a phenomenon.
It's because of, what's his face, that doesn't do anything that's not wearing makeup.
American, not English person, whatever his name is. Okay. That's weird, because it's like, everybody goes on about it. It's like, really? I saw the first one. I wouldn't go out my way to watch another one, but...
right, there's a Supermarine Spitfire.
Submarine Spitfire. I'll do the
Titanic,
submarine Spitfire.
the Harry Potter Hogwarts Express,
Yeah.
Transformers Optimus Prime, the Apollo Lunar Lander, Marvel Avengers. I've got that one. X-Wing.
Hello.
I've already done that.
Hello. I disappeared there
Did you?
for some strange reason.
I was reading things I didn't notice. Sorry. We got Tiger 1. That looks quite nice. That's quite small.
I'm going to move my camera. No, I'm not.
Avro Lancaster. Thor's Hammer. That looks a bit boring.
I'm going to move my camera a bit.
Yeah, I'm playing with different camera angles tonight as well.
Well, it's just right where my head needs to go, so it's not exactly ideal. Let's see if I can do it without making everything fall off.
There's a Harry Potter Gringotts Dragon. Dragon would be quite nice. Dragon would be quite good fun.
You're a dragon.
Oh no, it doesn't look that good actually. No, not so much
You
fun.
don't look that good, actually. Oh, wait, what? No, sorry. I didn't mean that.
I won't bother with that one. AT-AT I've already done. 3PO. They get 3PO on its own, but that's more expensive as well.
Have you done an R2D2 in miniature?
I've done R2D2, yeah.
Yeah.
Walker, Hagrid's Hut from Harry Potter.
You're Hagrid's Hut.
Golden Snitch. That's not pretty boring.
Snitches get stitches.
Oh,
BB-8.
yeah, that's labelled 11. I thought it was that one.
Big Ben.
What, it's a model of a bell?
Yes, they don't mean they. I mean St. Stephen's Tower, but they don't say that because that's.
I didn't actually. Is that actually what it's called, St. Stephen? Because I didn't know. I thought it was like the Queen. It was like Elizabeth Tower or something.
No, it's. I think it's St. Stephen's. I think it is. That's what came to mind when you said it. So I think it's probably right or wrong.
I know not these things.
Yeah.
Not being a nonsense southerner.
Benny's the bell, but no. It's Tower Bridge.
I thought you said the bill then. I was like, yeah.
Enterprise.
Reg Holdsworth and
Burnside.
MU 3D Metal Nano Puzzle Battle Cruiser Battleship Model Kit YMN015 DIY 3D Laser Cut Jigsaw Toys.
Wait, what? That's just a whole string of random words that don't mean
It was, and it's also 40 quid, so I'm not going to do that one.
that's an awful.
Oh, they've got the one that Paul's got, the R2 and 3PO, but I've already done R2, so I don't know. Slave 1, Eiffel Tower, Imperial Shuttle.
You're an Imperial.
Ooh, Imperial Tidarium would be a nice one.
Yep. It's on there. I haven't found any Doctor Who ones, as was suggested.
I haven't found any what?
There's Himeji Castle. I don't know what that is.
That's a castle in a place.
It's a Japanese castle type thing, yeah. Oh, London Eye. That looks quite nice. That'd be great fun with all them little pods, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a million tiny little things.
Paul says, do the Hogwarts Express. Don't move it unless you have clothes on. Oh, I think he's talking about you moving your camera.
Oh, me. All right. Too late. It's already been moved and all wiggling and everything.
Do the Dragon. Dragon, yeah. It's called Elizabeth Tower now. It was renamed.
I knew I was right and you were wrong. And I'm brilliant. You're not.
Well, no, I was right, but I'm not anymore, apparently.
Well, I don't know it was Elizabeth Tower then. Because you live near the south. I'm a northern monkey. I'm a northern monkey. I have no knowledge of such things.
There's a 2-pack of JS2 Iwan MK50 tank model kit. I don't know why there's two.
Are these all metal kits?
These are all metal kits, yeah. There's hundreds of them. There's a drum set. There's the new Kylo Ren command shuttle kit. There's a guitar. There's the Wright Brothers plane.
Have you ever tried?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Have you ever tried Pepakura?
Is that a model kit?
It's basically what you're doing now, but it's card and paper.
Okay, origami then you mean?
No, it's called Pepakura. It's basically it's kind of, some of it is really, really fine work, and it's just you buy them as kits, and it can be anything like a park scene with people to cars to anything.
All right.
They're often designed to be not realistic, but like flat three-dimensional representations of flat two-dimensional things.
Strange.
Can be quite good.
Grand piano.
I've seen people make full Iron Man suits using that.
Wow, cobbled.
They've gotten the files in Pepakura, and they've built them, and then built them in card, folded them, shaped them, and then put epoxy and shaped them.
Yeah, I can never remember if Pepakura is. actual name of the genre or if it's just a name of a website where you can download files for papercraft.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I thought it was a software, the software that actually generates the file, but I don't know. I don't know enough about it. So.
I did have a papercraft kit for a Pelican from Halo, but I never got around to building it.
I've got a few Star Wars ones, not that built, just the files for them.
Yeah.
Walkers and things like that, but I never got around to building them.
You're just the files for them.
There's T-Rex. There's a T-Rex laser cut. Ford Model T Ford even. Lightning 2. Oh, there we go. There's a Star Trek, Doctor Who one.
What is it?
It's called Professor Model MMS 400M Metal Model.
Ah, you mean it's an unlicensed? We can't call it Doctor Who, but everybody knows what it is.
Well, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think everybody knows what it is. They could just call it a police box, couldn't they?
There's it makes me laugh. There's a company that does resin parts for tabletop miniatures, and they're just like add-on bits. And some of this they do it like heads and torsos and legs and things. And some of the stuff they do is specifically designed to fit on things like Games Workshop Space Marines.
Yeah,
they can't say it's Space Marines because obviously that would be a bad idea. So they call them Space Knights.
All right, Kenneth's in, saying good morning. Morning, Kenneth.
Morning, Kenneth.
They have some. I've got to say they have some very inventive naming for these add-on things. I love the resin busts that you can buy. You get people like it's always people from films like you had. They did a Kelly's Heroes. They did a set of those, but they couldn't call them Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah, like Brian's Friends or something. Or...
Yeah, it's
like knockoff Gumpler. If you get knockoff Gumpler off on the box, it just says Mobile Fighter. They can't say Mobile Suit.
There's a Normandy from Mass Effect.
Okay, they didn't worry about the copy. Well, then again, nobody probably cares about the copyright for that.
No. Some things they do have licensing for. I mean, the Transformers, they've obviously got licensing for.
Probably.
And the Star Wars stuff, they've obviously got licensing for.
Yeah, because if they're actually using the proper names, then they've got the license for that. Otherwise, they just have the ass handed to them.
Yeah. Oh, there's one my wife would quite like me to build.
Spider. Yeah, make a giant spider.
Tarantula.
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 I've held a tarantula in my hand. It was amazing.
On purpose?
Oh, yeah.
They're very furry and sort of tickly, aren't they?
That wasn't what amazed me. What amazed me was it weighed virtually nothing. It was
all made out of spider.
Yeah. It was what was it now? It was something like an Amazonian orange kneed tarantula, and it was basically shiny silver. It was like somebody coated it in C1 metalizer. So it was shiny silver, but it had bright orange knees. And the guy put it on my hand, and it weighed like a millionth of nothing. And I could just about feel the tips of its feet on my hand, and it was like, oh, wow, it's gorgeous, and it weighs nothing, and it feels amazing.
Yeah. Well, I know the
Paul says he's got a sergeant and an officer, 95th Rifles resin busts. Kind of obvious who they are.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, the one that's not seen Bean and not whatever.
Yeah, definitely not. No.
Yeah. I don't know why, because who cares? Nobody cares about that series anyway nowadays, so they're not going to get sued by ITV, are they?
Probably not, no.
I suppose it's just the whole like dare to risk it thing, isn't it?
There are literally hundreds of these things listed on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
There's a Taj Mahal and a bloke with a rickshaw and roller coaster.
Power bridge ones and things.
I hate to tell you this, Chris, but you do realise you've accidentally gone onto Amazon.
No, I was deliberately there, actually.
There's no way it can end well at this point now without you spending a fortune before you go to bed.
No, because I only need to buy one.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I came out and bought loads of shit I never needed once.
No, I'll only buy one. And
he says, yeah, but it's whatever else you buy while you're there.
I just messed something up.
I must admit, there's not really any of them that are jumping out at me and saying, buy me, buy me.
Yeah. I was wandering through Amazon and eBay today looking at stuff. I was looking at Deathcore of Krieg figures. People selling like ones they've painted and they want to get rid of them so you can strip all the paint off and get them dirt cheap, but nobody's selling any.
No.
Dirt cheap. There are people selling like Deathcore of Krieg figure sets for more than you actually buy them for from Games Workshop, and I'm like, well, that's not going to work.
Strange.
Some
Is
of
that
the
'cause they've got really good
Aston
paint jobs?
printed GW stuff on eBay is crazy.
Well, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, some of them are actually assembled and not painted. So it's like, okay, you've gone to the effort of assembling them. So yeah, I'll give you an extra $5 for that. But some of them are just like, here's a 5-man Deathcore Krieg command set, 45 quid. Oh look, Forge World selling for 29. That's not gonna work, is it? But I was hoping for, because I got my Deathcore Krieg Scrod. And some of the casting is a bit ropey. It's a bit soft and squishy. I'm like, so I mailed Forge World and said, hey, they're a bit flumpy around the edges and some play. They're nice, they're all right, but there's a few squishy bits. And they're like, yeah, can't really do much because they're really old. I was like, okay, fair play. So I was hoping they maybe send me replacements and then get 2 squads. But so I thought I'd go on eBay and have a look and see if anybody's selling a squad. Just like built them and painted them and they look like a complete abortion. And they'll sell them for a tenner and I can strip them down and get dirt cheap. And then no, nobody was selling them. So I'm like, oh, damn you. What am I doing now?
Right. I think I
try
shall purchase the TARDIS that isn't really a TARDIS. It's just a police box. Because the first person did say take Doctor Who. So
I think you should get the Spider.
I shall go with the first choice.
You know what you should also get? A keyboard for your iPad. It's brilliant. It's the most amazing thing ever. I can lock and unlock my iPad without even touching it.
Paul says he suspects Sean Bean's got licensing stuff generally.
What, as a person?
As a person, he's probably licensed himself or copyrighted his face or something.
My face is copyright. What should I do next? I don't know what I need to do.
I have added the TARDIS to my basket. So my next Metal Earth build,
Spider,
at some point in a couple of weeks.
You want the Spider?
I might accidentally add that to the basket as well.
You want the Spider? Trust me on that.
There do seem to be 2 things in my basket.
Oh dear! Any of them Gunpla or Warhammer?
No.
Oh, you rubbish! You are.
I've got a gunpowder already, so I don't need another one.
Would be very cool. I think you should do the Spider.
I've accidentally ordered the Spider as well, so
yay!
We shall see. One of those. They're obviously ordering both from Prime, and one of them will be here in a couple of days, and another one will be 3 days. So
Yay.
I wasn't going to be building it for another few weeks anyway. So there we go.
Cool.
Sergeant Bones says, Fox, those Space Marines look warm. Are they wearing 2 thin coats?
Hey, they're wearing more than 2 thin coats, I'm afraid. I'm trying to deliberately not do any kind of Games Workshop stuff. Games warm shop? What the fuck is a warm shop? Games Workshop style. I'm swearing on somebody else's stream. I do apologize. Games Workshop style kind of edge highlighting and stuff, but I don't know. Something part of me feels the need to do it in the edge highlighting style, but I can't.
Why have you been painting your fingers as well?
Because that's where you get excess paint off. You do that when you're painting. You get excess paint off. It's a painting thing.
Why don't you use a bit of tissue?
I'm trying to paint these Space Marines in Zaku colours. I kind of think I've got away with it.
They look good. I like them.
Although I glued all the weapons on, and then I was like, crap, I can't get anywhere near all the things on the chest.
Why has one of them got a red head?
Hey, because he's the sergeant.
Okay.
And I wanted to give him a different coloured head. They're not anywhere finished yet, but with decals and stuff. But yeah, I thought I couldn't be doing fussing around with the arms and the pauldron, so I just glued all the weapons in place. And then I'm like, I can't reach anything on the chest now. But funnily enough,
you can't see anything on the chest either. So
no, funnily enough, I actually managed to get into paint them all right, no problems. So not too worried about gluing. Everybody goes, don't glue the arms on first. I'm like, why not?
Paul wants to ban you for saying fuck.
Well, you just said it. And he just typed it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody's in trouble now. Everybody's full. I mean, screwed. I mean, yeah.
In trouble is the word you're looking for. Yeah,
Everybody's in it. And yes, there is a situation for everybody now.
there is situations.
Welcome to the situation.
Yeah.
Situation.
How are you doing with that speech? You finished it?
Why is it Paul joining us
so
in
close.
this
Paul's
I
not
will
well.
say-
Oh, we're not
I
well.
will
Is
say I've got much further along than Fox.
You have? I can see bits missing from your sprues there.
Yeah, hang on a second. I've just dropped a bit, and I will. I'll just try and stick this fiddly little bit in, and then I will show you. I actually have a falcon, a definite falcon shaped falcon.
top.
Nice. My actual real life person friend Lance is in, and he's swearing as well. So
Yeah, but swearing in chat's one you don't get demonetized for swearing in chat.
Lynn says Iron Man looks good, Chris. Hi Fox.
Hi, Lynn.
And Mickle Pickle says, oh, everyone is banned.
Yay.
I just have to have a test card that I put up to show that, sorry, the channel has been closed for excess swearing.
Or maybe it's been closed for
It's
rubbish.
looking almost finished, actually. It's half done. Is it the top half?
That's where we're at.
That is very close to almost there, isn't it? From the top, anyway.
That's the top section with
Top's done.
it's cool. I've got to kind of repeat that on the underside, and and then do all the middle filling in it. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm liking that. I'm liking it. I'm not liking these bits that I'm doing at the moment. These are fiddly as anything.
That's for the fun bit. You've got to enjoy doing the fun bit. Right, well, it's coming up 10 o'clock and it's been 3 hours since I started, so I think that's probably about time to finish. Seeing as he's finished. Oh, I can't reach him. I can't see him watching on camera from my hand moving in a different direction. It's really difficult. So yeah, Iron Man is complete, as you may have noticed him standing there for a little while.
Just to get you noticed.
Thank you everybody for joining in and coming on camera and continuing to build. I'm sure we'll get some updates on the channel as Speed finishes. You'll have to post them on my page, or I don't know if you can't post it on my page.
I shall, yes, yeah.
Send me a picture and I'll post it on the page, or however it works.
I'm gonna stop at that point anyway.
All right.
Because I need to get myself some food. I've not actually eaten yet because I got home late from work, and then I've been dashing around trying to do all the sensible adult stuff that you have to do when you live on your own and you're an adult.
Adulting, you don't want to do any of that.
And then I kind of jumped into the chat and started building this, so I need to get some food before.
If you do obviously want to continue and build it on your own, feel free. Or if you want to wait until a couple of weeks and come back and finish it when I start the next one, then
we'll see how the mood takes me, whether I build any more. But I'm gonna leave it at that just for now.
No problem. Everyone's building something. If you do finish it, you'll have to get another one.
And I think I'm going to do myself some cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast sounds good, yeah.
But there's no meat in that, so that's just not even illegal.
You've got cheese and ham on toast.
Yeah, cheese and ham will work. Or cheese and toast. Cheese on toast next to a kebab that you just ignore.
I'll tell you something just before it's all done and everything. But I got myself a Molitor chrome pen today, which arrived in the post. I had a little play with on the lid of my super glue bottle, and I'm very impressed.
I thought you said monochrome.
The idea behind that is I'm going to use it for the headlight and rear light reflectors on cars and motorbikes and things.
Cool.
Because you don't like the Alclad, you don't need the gloss black base, so that'll be cool.
Right, everyone in chat saying good night. So good night. Thanks for watching, and it'll be, as I said, probably 2 or 3 weeks until I get around to doing the next bit, but I'll give some notice and try and get the crew back together, the gang, and see. So Dad's already said he's going to be building, so we've got that on paper. So he's definitely going to have to start his thingy. If Speed finishes his Falcon, we'll get him to get another one and start something else. And yeah, thanks all. Thanks everybody for coming in and joining me, and thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time for the next build.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Where's the button? I've got a button. I'm not used to having a button.
You got the button.
There it is. I'm going to press the button now. Bye.